and welcome to Appalachian Dragons. This is where me and my beloved backwoods bastards get together and we play Dungeons and Motherfucking Dragons.
D&D, baby!
Tonight, we are on what very well may be the final session of Tyranny of Flagons. Where we last left off, the Lords of Nightstone had destroyed the Drakhorn and brought this battle into full swing, taking armies that they had gathered over the course of the better part of a decade and waging war on the Cult of the Dragon's forces. This resulted in a bitter clash where friends and foes alike were wiped out in droves. Thankfully, the party was able to utilize this conflict to make their way to the temple, where they were able to very quickly execute the two dragons that were guarding it. The Void Dragon of the Blue Worm Speaker, Dimitri the Mad, and the Black Shadow Dragon of Erebus the Unassailable. After taking each of these down, the party made their way into the temple, where they squared off against the three remaining Worm Speakers, Enmity, Erebus, and Dimitri. The battle was a bitter and difficult one, and it seems as if our heroes are at the end of their rope, as it were. But the fight still has much to be done, and we still have 5 rounds before this ritual is completed. The party was able to have you two take care of the poison portal, as well as deal a hefty bit of damage to the Worm Speakers, including Dimitri, who is very much in a critical position. With that, there are a couple of things we want to do before we cut to our intro. There were a couple of things I noticed last week. One was that Goldbrand's cloak was unattuned, his cloak of protection. So Goldbrand, add back 18 HP for a tail whip that wouldn't have hit you if you had your cloak on. Also, Diaval, Arcanox's wyvern, had joined you guys, and yet we did not bring him into the fight, which is completely on me. We are going to have him sort of make up for that by doing a couple of things against Enmity real quick. I'm going to have him make 2 attacks against Enmity for the first round that he would have been in combat. A bite and a claw. See how those 2 turn out. The second one certainly hits for 21 points of damage. That is halved because I believe it is slashing damage. Oh, whoops. There we go. And then the fire breath attack, Enmity is going to make a save for. Dexterity save, not proficient. He does pass, but he will take a portion of that fire damage instead. Also, something very important, Arcanox, at the end of the last game, toward the end of the last game, you were blinded. However, your mask lets you use True Sight, which is going to override that. What's more is that it doesn't require action economy to activate it. So we're going to make some amends here. I'm going to deal an extra 11 points of damage to to Erebus for an attack that would have hit, and you are going to regain 32 points. If I'm not mistaken, you guys are not online, or not at a point where you can manipulate these tokens yet. Is that correct?
I'm trying. But
no worries.
You said
mine
works.
32. But if you need, I can add that on for you.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. What's more is that as you have this True Sight activated, you see into the ethereal plane and see invisible objects. And you do see something above you. An eye floating in the air some 20 feet above your head. And you recognize this as a scrying cursor. You know that something, or someone, is watching this battle as it unfolds. And with that, I think we're going to go ahead and jump to our intro on Tyranny of Flagons! And we're back. As we come back to the top of initiative, we have a couple of things going on. Just to help you guys remember, Felgulis is very injured. He's only at about a quarter of his HP, but he is waiting in the wings for an opportunity to turn a 1 into a 20 or vice versa. Enmity was earthbound by Turlang, so he is restrained. His movement speed is 0, so you have attacks against him, and he has disadvantage on attacks, as well as dexterity saving throws. Yuan, you are in your umbral form. Davos, I think, has 1 mirror duplicate left, and Goldbrand is raging. We also have Davos concentrating on his aura, or aura of power, if I'm not mistaken, and then Arc on his shield of faith. With that, I think we're going to go ahead and dive right in. As we come to the top of initiative, it is not Davos, however, the elemental planes that are going to get to make their move. Pandora, you are currently in the elemental plane of lightning, or division of the elemental plane of air, and have multiple enemies about you. I did roll these to sort of expedite this process. All 4 of them look for you, and with a 27 on her stealth check, none of them managed to find you. Surprise,
Shocker.
surprise. Shocker. We are going to jump to the acid realm, where things are not quite as favorable. Yuan, you are in this realm with a black pudding, an Abeloth, a caster, as well as a living breath of acid. We're going to roll a couple of swings here. The animated breath is going to try to close that gap. Oh, and actually it cannot. It only gets I believe it's a 30. So he is not going to be close enough to do that. The Abeloth is going to move in. He can get to you. And he's going to go with 2 tentacle attacks. 3 tentacle attacks. He doesn't get to add a whole lot to these. Ooh, but he did roll pretty well. 28 certainly hits. A 17 and an 18 do not, if I'm not mistaken. So you are going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And after that, we have the Elder Pudding, which is very slow. It only gets to move 20 feet. So it's just going to ooze its way down a bit. And the caster is going to make a move as well. She is going to hurl a vitriolic sphere at you. My God, I need you to make, I believe, a dexterity saving throw. You do have advantage on those, however.
Will do. Well, the first one was a 1, so it can't be worse than that. A 14.
A 14, unfortunately, does not meet her her DC. So I'm gonna need you to take some damage for me. Let me see what we got here. So I've got to jump through all these. Yeah, it's 10d4, which I'm gonna roll real quick. That's 29 points of acid, a hefty blow, as this thick black ichor is splashed onto you, and you feel it tearing through your clothes, your skin, your hair. And with that, we are going to jump. There is some activity that you don't see in the realm of poison, but then we jump to the top of our initiative with Davos the Dawnbringer. What you got, homie?
Ugh. So, enmity attacks have advantage on him? Because he's 0?
He is restrained, yeah. Movement speed 0. He has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attacks, and you have advantage against him.
It kind of changes what I was going to do last week.
What
was that?
Sorry? Me?
The vitriolic sphere? What was that?
Yeah, basically, sorry. You do have something that I don't know if you've used it. You do have an ability called Lay Low. It's a free action that you get from your sword, and basically you call out Enmity, and he has to make a save. And if you roleplay it, I'm going to make him make it at disadvantage. And if you do, you can either take away a vulnerability and make it a resistance, or if it's any other type of damage he doesn't already have vulnerability to, make him vulnerable to it. I think I said that backwards. Immunity becomes resistance, anything else becomes vulnerable. If that helps at all.
Although it says, yeah, anything else besides immunity is vulnerability. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the lay low.
Oh, let me check. How do you call out your mortal foe?
For the crimes against humanity. My father, Erenbor, I will rid you of this existence.
No, I'll allow it. What kind of save is that, my guy?
It's going to be a wisdom save against a 19.
Wisdom save 19. He is not a wise boy, and he makes it a disadvantage. I'm gonna roll these in front of the tracker if D&D Beyond would stop being a piece of shit trademark. Oh, he actually is proficient wisdom save. That's a plus 11. We're gonna do 2 here. He needs an 8 or lower on one of these. Ooh, just barely ekes by. He snarls in your face and retorts with, "I will rid this world of you, your your ancestors, and all within your line." As he snarls at you, what do you do with your action and bonus action?
Aloud, I would reply, if you're praying for my downfall, you need to start praying to a new god.
Ooh,
I would
spicy.
swing with my Blade
Yeah,
of
dude.
Absolution.
You have advantage on this.
Alright, one more. For the first swing.
The 30 will get it, my guy. Go ahead and roll your damage. You also deal an extra 2d8 because of your Fiend Slayer on your Blade of Absolution.
So there's that, and then the extra 2d8 coming.
Right here.
29.
29 points of damage. Very solid for your first swing. What you got for that second one?
Another 30.
30. Fuck yeah, dude. Roll again.
And I will be adding a smite to this.
Yeah, dude. Get it, man. I'm hearing some...
Debating.
There we go. What?
I said I'm debating. I think there's a cap, or there's no longer a cap on it.
I think there still is, but it's higher. Like, you can still only use a 5th level spell, but the damage gets a boost for him being a fiend and a couple other things. I think the max damage is now like 8d something.
8.
It should say on your spell.
8d8. Alright, if 5th is the max, I'm going to use it.
Yeah, and this is radiant damage. Noted.
Alright, so we'll just go through it real quick. So it's 2d8 to start, plus 2d8. Well, no, we're not going to count the 2d8 for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
additional 2d8, so 4d8 for a first level. So yeah, 8d8. Here we go. Here's 6 and 2.
Fantastic. So that's 20, 43, 47 points of damage, which does deal a very hefty blow. That is going to put him at doing some math.
I'm going to use another Bardic Inspiration dice to use a defensive flourish. So I'm going to roll a d12 and add that to my AC and the damage. So for an extra... Mother. Okay. I don't think there's anything I could do to re-roll that.
Davos uses his math to make that one a 20. Now that would be fucked, but
but it's a d12, so
yeah, no, I know. Fantastic. We are actually going to round from you to get to. Looks like Erebus is up next. Let's see what this motherfucker's going to do. He is currently tangled with Arcanox. I think that he's got you and the dragon to worry about now, or the wyvern, excuse me. I think he's going to start with a swing on the wyvern. Oh, or he could try to get... But Enmity's there. He would do Fire Breath to try to help Enmity out. However, with Arcanox being fire immune, he's not going to do that. He's going to make a swing at each of y'all. Let me see here. Gets out a decent bit to this. Oh, that's a 29 to hit the wyvern. And a 23 to hit Arcanox. Does that hit an Arcanox right
now? 23 does not, no.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Fantastic. Let me deal some damage to the wyvern. That's going to be 23 points to it. And with that third swing, I think he's going to make it at you again. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, that is a natural 20.
Ooh.
So that's going to be, instead of 23, that's going to be 39 points of damage. Oh, no. This is a Vorpal Longsword. So instead of double damage, it actually does 3 times as much. So it's going to deal 68.
Can I turn that to a 1?
You most certainly can, my guy. Yeah. You watch as at this moment, Enmity, his sword. I'm actually going to mark off a spell slot because he's going to definitely use his highest level spell slot available, which would be a 4th level at this point. You watch as Enmity raises his sword, dripping with this vile black ichor, Art still wiping the it from his face from the last one. And as Enmity thrusts forward, Felgalus appears behind Arcanox in a burst of gleaming light, distracting him just enough to where he whiffs the attack. Not only is this going to give Arcanox, or is this going to make him completely whiff his attack against Arc, everybody is going to take a point of inspiration as this shining beacon on the battlefield comes to your aid. Fan-fucking-tastic. That is all 3 of his swings. He is going to try to make a bonus action. Oh, with both of them there, he doesn't want to take attacks from both of you. I think he's going to go with a tail club. He's going to throw one to you, Arcanox. That is a 29 to hit. So you're going to take 17 points of damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Do you need one of us to do that for you, my guy?
Yeah, good.
At advantage?
At advantage, because the saving throw, 100%.
16.
Dexterity saving throw? Oh, thank you, Devin. Yeah, that totally passes. He has a very low save for that. I think it's only, yeah, it's 16. So, not knocked prone. Fantastic. I will go ahead and bump off that 17 points of damage.
For
we will
future reference,
round.
I am immune to being knocked prone.
Oh, that's right. Also, this is just normal bludgeoning damage, so you totally resist that. So we're gonna cut that in half, and we round to you on. What you got, homie?
I'm gonna heighten spell Psychic Lance, the caster in here.
Oh, yeah. What's that save? Intelligence?
Yes, intelligence 22, and they do it at disadvantage.
You get to add a 6 to this. I'm going to roll this in front of the front of our board. You said they rolled disadvantage. I noticed something too when I was reading your thing, my guy. The Shadowfell shard that you have, when you use any meta magic, you can make a target make that roll a disadvantage. So if you careful spell, you can make an enemy disadvantage, which is sick.
I dropped attunement on that so I could pick up something else. It was actually the mantle
I
that I
gotcha.
picked up. But yeah, right now I wish I had it, but I don't.
Oh, no worries. That is going to definitely hit. She's going to take the full 25 of that damage. Excellent. And she's incapacitated, so she automatically fails her concentration. You all watch from the inside of this chamber. Mark off that damage real quick. You all see as one of these sigils disappears. Let me move this because I got to get down to it, but I will delete that. And we're down to just 3 barriers over the entryway at this point. Bonus action, my guy.
I don't know how you would rule if I could. I don't know what it looks like in there. Can I shadow step out, or am I kind of stuck?
You're right by the portal. The way that portals like gate and things work, you can't see through them, mostly to prevent like spells like an enemy you can see within range from being fucky. So you would have to walk through the portal. Or I guess you could, in theory, shadow step to like another side of it and then walk through it, but you're not going to get like a good use of your distance. Right now, only the Abeloth is within opportunity distance.
Yeah, that's the main thing I'm trying to avoid. I don't want to take that smack on the way out if I can avoid it. If I can't get to the other side of it with a shadow step, then I'll just walk through it. But if I can, I'll try to like create enough distance to do that.
This being the Shadowfell, I would say all of this is dim light, so you could certainly teleport like over here, for example, and then just walk through and not have to worry about the smack. You would still have 25 feet even on the other side to do with as you wish.
I'll do exactly that. I'll sort of back up and create just a little bit of distance.
Fantastic. I'm going to mark an
Right
X on
there.
that one so y'all know it's taken care of.
And that's
Excellent.
my turn.
Fantastic. We come to Pandora, Siren's Bane. Pandora, you are currently in the plane of air. You have enemies all about looking for you. You previously laid off a conjure volley and got everybody in this chamber. What do you choose to do now?
Yeah, but I didn't break concentration on the caster, right?
Not yet, no. That said, he's looking kind of fucked up. He's not bloodied, but he's not looking good. These
I
guys
mean,
are...
if I kill him, then he's not able to concentrate.
Yes,
so, you know?
exactly. Yeah.
This him?
No, for sure.
So let me.
Yeah, at the bottom
roll
right.
to-
Or bottom center.
Took a
Well,
second.
let me roll to hit him. Hold on. I can pull it up. Let's see. Actions. Okay. Let me see. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. It's rolling. It's rolling. Let's see. Looks like a 24 to hit him.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, roll damage.
Let's see.
You do have sneak attack because none of them could find you. By the way.
Yeah, let's see. It rolled 14 for damage, but it doesn't include my sneak attack. Hold on. What dice is it for sneak attack? I can't remember offhand.
It's a bunch. It's like...
Yeah.
I got you. I found it here. 10d6. Do you want to roll it from your end, or do you want me to roll it here?
I should be able to. I think I can click this button. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's rolling. That's 39 for my
39. Plus the 14, that decimates him. He is gone. The realm of electricity is dealt with. You do have one enemy that's sort of by the portal. I'm not quite. I didn't do a good job of centering them up on squares. He's about right there. He has a 10-foot range, so one of them might be able to smack you when you go through the portal, but otherwise you're good.
Age, right?
If you use your bonus action to disengage, no, you are totally good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and jump back through the portal then.
Fuck yeah, it's about 20 feet to the portal, so you will have 10 feet on the other side. You can't hide, but you can... Let me see here. Where's the blue one? Up here. You could move toward the red portal, which is the next one closest to you. Or you could try to jump over one of these walls and use it for a little bit of cover. What are you thinking?
I am gonna use a little bit of cover for this round because I can always zoom in next round.
Yeah. We'll be, I think your speed's actually higher than 30, isn't it? It's like 35?
I can't remember. I thought it was just 30. It might be 40.
Oh, it's 30, but you have a flying speed. So you've got 60 feet. So
Oh, heck.
that puts you at 45 to get behind the wall. Do you want to try to move a little closer with that last 15 feet?
If I'm still behind the wall, then yes.
Yeah, you're not hidden, but you do have, I think we said 3/4 cover last game. So
You know,
you
that'll do.
are, yeah, you're doing great. Fantastic. We round to Arcanox. Arcanox, your mortal foe, stares you down, having just whiffed his big attack and wasted his highest spell slot. What you got, man?
Let's see if I can do this.
The suspense.
Yeah, right. Dude, you know what's going on.
Let's see it, homie.
Dude, the eggs need to go in the fridge.
Oh, and you do have your Vow of Enmity on this guy, so you do have advantage. So that's actually just going to be your first swing, and you do hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, that one misses.
That's okay. The third one, that would hit. He is going to use his reaction. Let me mark that. To parry to give himself +3 AC. That is going to make it to where that last strike will not hit. However, you do get that first one in. Go ahead and roll some damage. Friendly reminder: you're swinging with Douse, so you do have weapon charges. So if you want to expend a charge, I think you get to add a 2d8 for each charge. I think you can only use one at a time, though.
Yes, the cold damage. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see some damage, and one of fantastic. Looks like that's 27 points of damage. He does resist this. You watch as you're attacking him, and he seems to resist slashing damage that you're dealing, as well as the elemental types associated with Tiamat. As you strike him with this icy blue water, You watch as the sigil on his chest, the blue dragon, lights up, signifying that this armor might be helping him sustain some of these blows. He will take half of that, which is going to be, what is that, 14?
Extra 5.
Oh, whoops. And you have a bonus action, my guy.
All right, bonus action dredge.
Yeah, get a 27. Fuck yeah, man. Roll again just to see if you crit.
Wait, what's up?
I said, you still have advantage because you're Valve Enmity. Roll again to see if you
That's right.
crit.
That's right. Nah.
No crit, but still. Roll some damage, my guy.
Still 10.
Fantastic.
And then
Oh.
let me put a smite on them.
Oh, yeah, dude. Go ahead, man.
I don't care. I'm hitting them.
And you'll know from last week that your radiant damage was not resisted, so he'll take that full 16.
Heal yeah.
Which does put him in... Oh, wait, that's a little too much. Hang on. Bloop. There we go. Which does put him under half and feeling pretty fucked up. Fantastic. We round to... Enmity. Enmity is going to use his first attack. He's going to... Actually, if I'm going to look this up again. I don't think Earthbind you get to save on. I think it's for the duration.
Spell? It's a save
Yeah.
originally.
It's technically a variant of it, like an ability that treants have, but
I think
yeah,
they
reduced to 0 feet for the. Oh, but this doesn't say anything about restrained and stuff. Hang on, let me look up the stat block I need.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a little different. They do get the save, but like after the save, they go until they're pulled down.
Yeah, he is going to be able to use. Let me see here. He will make a strength save. Shout out to Brandon for all our awesome music. Check it out on Spotify, SoundCloud, any of that shit. He does pass the check, so he's going to pull himself up from the vines, snatching and tearing. He will... Let me see here. I'm going to say that uses 2 of his 4 attacks to do that. And we're going to go... I think he's going to try to do the opposite to you. I think he's going to come at you with a bind attack, Davos. Let me roll. Get to add a good bit to this. See what we get. Oh, yeah, that's like a 30-something. I need you to take 18 slashing and 18 fire. So that is 36 points.
I'm going to roll to see if he hits my mirror image.
Yeah, please do.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't pass.
So it does hit the image, or
It does hit me. I had to roll a 11 or
11 or
higher.
higher? I got you.
All right.
Okay. No worries, no worries. In that case, the 36 damage is still coming at you. It adds a stack of fire starter, and you already had 1. Or you had 2, actually. So
2.
we're going to roll
Yep.
2d6. That's going to be another 4 points of damage, so a total of 40. That is... And I need you to make a strength saving throw for the bind.
At advantage. It's a.
Ooh.
That's a
19. Oh, it is a DC 20, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Your movement speed is...
He's gonna movement speed to 0.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I use my legendary resistance. I'm gonna use my legendary resistance.
Yeah,
And
fuck
succeed.
yeah, dude. Fan-fucking-tastic. So you are good there. If you've already taken your damage. Oh, and in single-digit territory, that's going to bring us to the end of his turn as we come to you two. Yuan, what's he looking at?
Could I? Sorry, I have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
reaction. With my finesse training, I can hit him back.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
On my sheet,
Um,
though, it says a melee attack.
This
don't
is a
know.
melee attack. He's hitting
Okay.
with, he's hitting with, I forget if it's Scorn or Fury, but the Bind
No.
is one of the abilities that those have.
Mine, like an unarmed strike. I'm gonna roll it. All right. Anyway, it's a plus 10
Unarmed
to
strike.
this. Does a 24 hit him?
24 meets, actually. That's perfect. Roll some damage.
All right.
And you can put a smite on this if you were to choose to.
No.
That is going to deal 10 damage to Enmity. He will snarl back at you. But I don't think he's got anything else he can do. So we're going to round to you two. What you got, homie?
I can't remember. Can you two do what you call it? Element changing?
I will allow it, yeah.
I think it's based on the spirits, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's up to you.
He has like a dark version of a lot of these spirits in his head, so I think that's only fair. He's
First
being
thing I'm gonna
tormented
do-
by it. He might as well get the perk.
I don't think that she would have been able to move because I wasn't up here to command her, but he will take this Kaya and have Kaya attack this dude.
Yeah. She'll have to roll pretty high to get him, but go ahead and roll.
Move,
A
dice.
19 does not hit, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm gonna give one more because pack tactics and all that. I know she'd have to roll like a 20, I think. Does a 21 hit?
Oh, just barely misses. He's a 22 normally.
That's all fine. And then he is going to careful spell a radiant fireball right at the center of that
Woo.
cluster.
Fuck yeah, dude. Looks like only the 2 will be in it. Do you think you can get Dimitri too, or no?
No, I think I'm just gonna be able to get the people in the circle, but I'm just looking at all my friends. Well, it's a 20. Is it 20 foot?
I think it's 20-foot radius. No, it's 20-foot radius.
Yeah, so I think I would just get the 2 in there, but I don't care. I'm just
Okay.
gonna get the 2 in there.
No, that's cool. Now careful spell, is that a set number of targets that you can
It is up to 5 that I can choose within range.
1, 2,
I
3,
think.
4, 5, which is exactly what you have, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
Fantastic. In that case, Enmity, he does have magic resistance, so he's gonna roll this at advantage. Dexterity save.
This is
But
19.
both of those are shit. He rolled a 3 and a 5. And then Erebus. Erebus is not proficient. He rolled a little better, but not by much. That's a 17. So both of them are going to take the full 26 of that.
As he lobs it, he looks over at Yuan, who just came out of the portal, and he says, "Before I die, I still need to know what my purpose is." And then he lobs a fireball made of radiant energy over the top of the wall at them.
Love that. Oh, that puts Enmity in some dangerous territory, and Erebus, honestly. Fuck yeah, dude. Excellent. All right, anything else from you two?
No.
We round to Dimitri. Dimitri is going to hop up onto this wall up here, and he's going to try to get a couple of strikes on you, my guy.
Hit me, you coward.
he's going to... Yeah. Love the taunting. It's funny, you're actually, in hindsight, you're the only one not in that aura, and he's been wanting to cast shit all fucking game. He does have both of the U2s here. Let me get a thing out. Within 30 feet. Oh, just barely for both of them. You're both on the cusp. He is going to do a chain lightning. Let me see here. I need first I need Goldbrand. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
17.
A 17 is not going to pass. This is going to be 10d8 lightning damage, and we're not quite done with this yet, but I'm going to roll this in front of the board. You are resistant to this because you are raging, if I'm not mistaken. So instead of 44, you're going to take 22 points. However, as it strikes you, it leaps off, and just realized Arcanox might be in range too.
What level spell is
Ooh.
that?
Um,
Sounds like a
technically,
loaded
I don't
question.
think you can know, but it is a 6th level spell.
Okay. Only reason I was asking is because I'm going to use the Mantle of Spell Turning to turn it back on him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
So you had said make it choose him. I don't know how that would work with the redirection aspect of it, because technically you only get to choose the primary target. Let me see if he has Erebus within 30 feet, and if so, we'll allow it to jump to him. Oh no, just barely.
I don't
It
even
could
care.
get Kaya, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
I don't really care if it chains off anybody else. I just don't want it to hit me or Goldbrand.
No, yeah. Which is good because part of the Blue Dragon Mask, if you deal electric damage to somebody, they lose their reactions, which is fucked. However, as the lightning bolt hits him, it actually invenerates him. He is lightning absorbent because of the mask. So he is going to, instead of 44, he's going to take 22 points of healing. He will thank you for that. I don't think he has a bonus action he can do. He can do his tower shield. He'll pop up on that wall. And he's going to try to pop Goldbrand.
Let it hit
It's
me.
an 11.
No, I
gonna
let
get
it hit
11.
me.
Oh, you let it hit you. Oh, I know
Yes.
why you say that too. Okay, yeah, I do need you to take looks like 10 points of bludgeoning damage and make a straight saving throw.
Is that okay? Is that already half or no?
No, sir. So you're going to take 5.
Thank you.
27. So he does not manage to shove you.
When I take damage
It's
from a
almost
creature,
comical.
I use my reaction to do telekinetic shove.
Yeah.
I want to move him around, please, and thank you. Use
Oh
my
yeah,
reaction.
smack him around, dog. Which direction you want to
Yes.
shove him?
He has to make a strength save. I want to pull him just straight backwards, just 10 feet away from me, so he can't smack me when I move.
Cool.
I guess that 19. No. So right now my strength is 23 because of the potion. I guess was this based off of spellcasting DC or not? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what that. Where that
You know,
comes
I'm
from.
not sure, but he rolled a 7, so you're perfectly fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
If you want to look it up for next round, you're totally good. However, that is the end of Dimitri the Madman's turn, and he snarls over at Yuan for redirecting his spell. I think because that does affect multiple. How do I want to rule that? Because it is a single target spell, but then it branches off to hit other people. I think you couldn't twin it for that same reason, so I'm going to say that's going to take 2 charges off the mantle, as like a AOE spell. However, that does save a good bit of damage, your clone as well as your reactions. We round to Goldbrand. What you got, homie?
Oh boy, Goldbrand going back up now that he can do that safely. And I can't quite cure wounds yet, which makes life a little more difficult. Top of the round, he'll change to his Chalice constellation. Pardon, I had to burp. Yeah, change to my Chalice constellation, and I have to drop Rage to cast a spell, so I will.
No, to cast a spell, yes.
Yeah. And then I'm going to use a 5th level spell slot to cast wherever it went. Healing Spirit on Davos.
Oh, very solid, dude.
What a shitty roll. The good news is Davos, the big constellation blue bear, wraps up around you, comes and stands over you, and you take 11 points of damage. You also will take 2d8 plus 5 for my Chalice. So here's the
Take 11
2d8.
points of healing damage. My favorite kind of damage.
Yeah, there's another 15 total. You get plus 5 to that for my Chalice.
Fuck
And
yeah,
you get
26
another
points.
D4 for my little sickle in my hand, because I had to get all this extra shit stacked on top of each other to be half of what Bergen is.
None of us will ever be half the man Bergen is.
So that does stay. I am concentrating on that. I can't change constellations again.
Yeah,
the thing.
I'm gonna throw down this. I'm gonna throw down Evangeline just to use as a token for that. You should be able to move her. I'm gonna put her right behind Davos, so we know that it's pumping him up.
Move that
As
too
we
soon,
round to the
but-
top, as we
Oh.
round to the.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I had a
25.
small flavor thing. Like before Goldbrand starts his turn, while he's backing up, he looks in the general direction of Pandora because he can't see her because she's hidden, and he starts tapping his ring fingers.
I'm actually not hidden, so you can.
Oh
Yeah.
see me.
He looks
I'm
at
not doing
Pandora
that.
and starts tapping the rings on his fingers.
I like to think it's a rare moment where Goldbrand's like, "Oh, I normally never sees you. What the fuck's?"
First he waves because he's like, "Oh hi."
But yeah,
I'm gonna have-
does tap
I
his
only-
ring fingers.
I have a couple of rings, but I only have one that actually counts. So I'm gonna take.
The Nightstone ring totally counts, but I get what
That
you
was
mean.
25 points of healing total.
Oh,
I
fuck.
think it was more than that, guy.
27 or 26 plus 30 total.
30 total.
Yes, sir. And that will get you the start of my next round. Sorry, I'll look here in a minute, and then I can move it to Ben here in a minute.
As we round to the top of initiative, I need someone. Let's say Brandon. Roll a d20 for me, my guy.
All right. Nat 20.
Natural 20. Fantastic. You all hear above you there is a flash of blue light, and you see that flying down is Safine. Safine thrusts out her arm and at the top of her lungs screams, Erebus! And a psychic lance flies from her hands. He is going to have to make a intelligence saving throw, as she is a Sapphire Great Worm. Her DC is 26. He literally cannot pass this unless he crits. I'm going to roll that in front of the board. Oh, by the skin of his teeth, he still fails. She is going to deal 12d6.
Eat it.
For real, though. That is 36 points of damage. A solid chunk to Enmity. There we go. A solid chunk to Enmity. As his body begins to lock up. Safine looks over to you, Ark, and says, sorry, boys. The Chromatics are giving me a run for my fucking money. What you don't see, or what she doesn't see, Arcanauts, but what you do see is that as she turns to you, Erebus's eyes glow a green as he shakes off the effects of her stun using his Worm Speaker mask. We are going to jump to Davos. What you got, homie? Oh, I'm sorry. No, we do have some other shit. Is anybody still in a realm? No. So, this is round 7. The poison caster emerges from her area, emerges from the egg behind you two. She does not get to cast a spell because she had to dash to get here. She pops up there. The blue one is dead. The black one was incapacitated, so she can't do anything this turn. We round to you, Davos. What you got, homie?
Quick, I would like
Trying to.
Real quick, I'd
Go
like
ahead.
to clarify that he takes that healing at the start of his turn. I applied it when I cast it. That's not correct.
That's fine.
But I wanted to call that out for the future so we know moving forward.
Yeah. Just help us remember on his turn to do that. But Davos, you're feeling much better than you were about 3 seconds ago. As this glowing bear spirit arises behind you, made of stars. What do you do?
Wind blowing my hair away from my face. I'm trying to find it. I thought I dealt an additional 2d8 damage to blinded targets.
You do as part of your Light of Lathander thing, yeah.
Okay. All right.
That doesn't stack with certain things like Fiend Slayer, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, then never mind. I won't do Light of the Thunder. All right. Just knowing that this could be the final blow, I'm going to
Ignore that.
stare down Enmity and raise my sword and just swing. I'm going to be aiming for his mask with every intention of slicing this thing in twain. Does
Twain, he says.
Wait, I get advantage technically.
You do, yeah.
All right. What was that? 17, damn it. All right, not a crit. All right, there's that damage. I will do a low-level smite. First level, so that's going to be 4d8.
Oh, yeah, 2 for the smite, 2 for Fiend.
Yes.
Heard?
Thirteen damage.
13 points. He is looking rough, but he's not down yet.
And here goes the killing blow. That is a crit, but I'll roll since it's advantage.
What are you what's giving you advantage, by the way?
Oh wait, he's no longer
Yeah, he used part of his turn to rip off those binds. However, that still hits. We're gonna count the 29 and the 31 as your swings. So go ahead and roll damage.
All right. So the 32-25 doesn't count.
Technically,
Okay.
I see why you asked though, because it would be a crit.
Would be a crit.
I tell you what, we're gonna leave it up to fate. Roll a d20. If it's above an 11, or if it's an 11 or higher, we'll count it. Okay, that's fine.
That's fine.
You might not need
Right.
it.
So that's 18 damage, and I'm going to... I don't have another 5th level spell to do max. I'll just do a 4th level. Alright, so 78 on top of this. Oh, I forgot to tell you. As a bonus action after that first smite, I can use my Channel Divinity to give myself further healing.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
It is called...
No, I vaguely remember this.
Inspiring Smite.
Fuck yeah, dude.
2d8 plus 3.
Go ahead and roll the damage, and then roll the healing for you.
Okay, so 78 there, and then 2d8 plus 3. It's going to be 12 more points. Alright, so 46 for me. And that was...
46 damage?
No.
Oh,
sorry.
no, 46
The
hit points. I got
damage
you.
was 68 plus the 1d8, 78, so
I gotcha.
27.
Yeah, 20. He is in single-digit territory. He is
Oh.
barely clinging on, snarling at you. That's your action. Your bonus action, was that the smite? The inspire?
That was the healing one, yeah.
Did any of those miss? I just want to ask in case I can wheel.
No.
No,
Okay,
I hit him
sorry.
with both attacks.
Okay.
And now I use my bonus action. I can't do nothing else.
Arcanox and Davos, as you two are closest to her, you see that Saphine is grievously injured. If you recall, she was actually taken down by the white dragon in the fight just outside the temple. She is very fucked up. She is at a fraction of her hit points. And Erebus snarls as he turns to her. I'm going to make sure I mark off that legendary resistance. And he's going to go for a strike on her. He is going to make a Vorpal Sword attack. I think he's going to use a charge to, or not a charge, a spell slot to smite on it. He does not have advantage because he's not hitting arc. I'm going to roll this in front of the board. Saphine has an AC of 21. He has a very high modifier. He has a plus 15. So if he gets a 6 or higher, this attack hits.
Oof.
Why couldn't it have
does
been a
hit.
20?
Right? The one time you won a 20. As he raises his blade, again, I think this time he's gonna, because he hasn't been able to use it with arc, I think it's bleeding flame. And he strikes towards Saphine. What is that? Third level would be 48. Let me
Hey,
roll
reroll
real
that,
quick.
Joey. Draconic Bulwark.
Arc is doing...
Fuck yeah, dude! Arcanox leaps in the way of the blow, forcing Erebus to re-roll. That's going to be a 26, which I think hits arc right now.
It does, yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but the very fucking noble play. Erebus, with that, what did I say, 48? You are going to take a total... Oh, but he used fire damage, specifically. So you're not going to take any of that extra 18. He is going to lose his spell
Wait.
slot.
Wait, he has to use the lower of the two as an attack roll, right? So the 11 wouldn't hit arc, would it?
No, but he gets out a plus 15 to it.
Oh,
So he
that's
gets,
right.
that's a
I'm just
total of
looking at base
26.
numbers.
No, you're fine. So he does waste his spell slot there. You are going to take 23 points of force damage. And he's going to make, he's furious with you. He's going to make another,
Nice. 69,
yeah,
though.
you know what? Fuck it. He's going to make both of his other attacks at you. These he has advantage on. So this first one, that's a 27. And then a 30 something. He will use his last third level slot to do one more acid. Arcanox, I need you to take a combined total 23, 46, 50, 61 points that puts you within single digits. And as he does this, he locks blades with you. One of his blades blocking your sword, the other one pressing its way into your ribs. And you hear him, "Why are you so desperate to stop her return? You, of all people, should be fighting for her. Our ancestors once ruled the material plane, and now they cower in caves from mere apes. You'll never be a worm speaker. You haven't the spine to bend a dragon's will to your own, even with your pathetic excuse of a dragon mask. Dull crystal and crude slag, what a joke! What are you even supposed to be the speaker of?" Any retort, Arcanox?
I think I'd say that the Dragon Queen forced us to act like worms writhing in the caves. The demon dragon, or the demon queen's wrath is no match for the ruby's glow. And I'll kind of snarl back at him.
Very noble. Yes. The noble ruby worm speaker. And here you are with nothing more than dull crystals to show for it. And then you hear above you a voice say, "It's actually obsidian." As far above you in the mouth of the spire atop the chamber, you see the snarling face of the obsidian dragon, his scales a gleaming black, veins of magma running the course of his huge form, broad bat-like wings that reach out some 40 feet from its powerful frame, and glowing red eyes that stare daggers into Erebus. He draws his head back and roars with such an unbridled power that it sends tremors throughout the entire temple. And as he does, you see a small drop of magma fly from him and land just between your eyes, Arcanox. You feel at first an incredible heat searing its way into your skull, and everywhere around you sees as the magma seeps into the mask and begins to course through the deep red cracks along it, seeming to expand and fill each channel with rivulets of lava that soon surge across your entire form. The heat intensifies as the slag on your mask begins to break free, revealing gleaming obsidian glass scales down your head and shoulders, forming a patchwork of your own glistening ruby scales. Arcanox, do me a favor. Remove the dulled mask. You have unlocked the obsidian ruby dragon mask. You are now going to absorb half of any fire damage dealt to you. You have 3 legendary resistances instead of 1. In this case, 2, since I think you've already used 1. And you now get new abilities from this mask. Once again, the Obsidian Ruby Dragon Mask, as the Obsidian Dragon joins the battle. That was only going to happen if y'all got the 20 to get Safine, and if you saved her from dying. So bra fucking vo, Arcanox. Hell goddamn yeah.
Well, you done proved, damn.
My boy Donnie's showing up. Hell yeah.
Yeah, fan-fucking-tastic. That brings us to Yuan. Yuan, you watch as you emerge from this egg and see this enormous black dragon with veins of magma through its scales appear at the top of the chamber. What do you do?
I need to get... I guess we need to still stop the ritual. I'm going to burn 2 sorcery points, and I'm going to cast Darkness...
Ooh,
right
okay.
Here.
Fantastic. And then
So
shadow
it'll pop
step
up right
into
there as a
it.
dome, and then I'm going to shadow step into it, and because I use sorcery points, I can see through the darkness.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stand in my little globe of darkness, the shadow step over there. I can't really make the aura, but that's where it's going to be at.
Oh, whoops. Okay, cool.
That's my action and my bonus action, technically, so all I could really do is... I won't go in the hole until, I guess, the top of my turn again. That way I actually have action economy to use. And I think that'll be it for me.
So,
Kaya's still up. I guess I could have her attack.
yeah. Also, love the thematic of this. However, these walls do provide a little bit of shade. If you wanted to, I'm going to bump you back for just a second. I think you were right about here. if you wanted to, you could pop behind that wall and then use half your movement speed to walk through that portal. And then you'd have your action and bonus action on the your action on the other side.
That's what I'll do then. Sorry, I should have asked before I did it. I think we talked about this and you weren't sure if there was enough darkness up here to justify a move. But yeah, if you'll allow it, I'm down.
No, for sure. Yeah, the barriers in the middle send off some light, and each of the eggs sends off some light. But they do have these little walls. That's how you were jumping around the last session, utilizing those little nooks and crannies.
Yeah, in that case, delete the
Fantastic.
darkness. I'll pop through here.
Fuck yeah, dude. That is going to bring you to the Plane of Frost. Let me get that map ready for you. D&D Beyond. Actually, this is a Roll20 thing. I can't blame D&D Beyond for it. It won't let me select that circle now, which is dumb. As you shift over here, I'll reveal this area. You appear in a frozen tundra and see before you various elemental entities. One seems to be a type of Yeti, one a water elemental, and one looks like a salamander, which is traditionally a fire-based entity, but this one does run with electric blue veins through its skin. You also, on the far end of the chamber, see a caster clad in blue robes trying to focus on a spell. You've got your action. What you doing with it?
You already know what it is. I'm gonna use Psychic Glance.
Get him. Yeah, get him, dog. I mean, fuck yeah. 22 intelligence save. I'll roll this in front of the thing. Just like all the others, he only has a +6. So he needs a 16 or higher to pass. And he does not. He is going to take that 29. He is stunned. He does not have a fucking... he breaks concentration and cannot do anything this next upcoming round.
Give
You
him
could
the
choose-
stones.
You could choose just to walk back through the portal if you want. I think you still have 15 feet of
That's
movement.
exactly what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna go right back to the portal. I see all the enemies. I see my health, and I'm like, something chases me. I'll have backup out here.
Good
Yuan's
fucking
like, I've
call,
done this
dude.
twice in 2 different bodies. Bloop. Steps back. Professional.
Hell yeah, dude. You all watch.
You merely adopted the darkness.
Oh, I didn't narrate it because I forgot to mark it off. There's only one barrier left, and now that you see it, when Barbara destroyed the blue concentrator, there was this dome of energy over the top of the barrier that has since been sundered. There is a wall of flame currently blocking the portal. However, it seems to be the only barrier remaining. Fantastic. You want
egg you on?
as you all emerge, as you emerge back into the chamber, we round to Pandora. What you got, girl?
Okay, so the spell that's in my ring, what's its range?
60 feet.
Oh, that
so
is a-
it's a 30-foot like spear that can be cast, but you can place it within 60 feet of yourself.
Oh, okay, so I can cast it like on my way to this red barrier then.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, I think it is an action to do, but yeah, that's
Yep,
totally.
that's fine. We'll do the where I'm like, yep, and let me throw some healing on the forerunners here because I don't know who all I can get.
If you
But I
can't get
definitely wanna
Goldbrand,
get-
he's gonna be okay. Definitely want to get them too. Yeah, it's
Art-
a fiend.
For sure, and Davos.
What'd you say? 30-foot sphere?
Yes, sir.
You can get everybody except for Goldbrand and yourself.
Yeah, I don't need it, and if Goldbrand's okay, I'd like to throw
Oh,
down
you can
some
get
healing.
you on too. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
not
cast
you.
that, my
Fantastic.
friend.
This is a Bergen one, so this is 3d8 plus 12.
Oh. I couldn't remember
Yes.
which heal it is.
No, you're fine. It's higher
Your
because of
Achilles
his
heel?
modifiers and shit too. Everyone, all y'all are gonna get 33 points of healing back. Barbara, you also gain 10, but I don't think you need it.
The only thing I'm run out of is my temp HP, I think, so I'm good.
Cephine will gladly take that extra 33. That puts her up to lucky 77. Feeling much better than she was a second ago. Almost by a factor of 2.
And
Fantastic.
into the chute.
Oh, Can you make it all the way over there?
With my flying speed, yeah.
Fuck
Where I
yeah,
was.
let's see. As you emerge on the southern end of this area, let me reveal it in the bottom left-hand corner. You find yourself in a darkened chamber of black flame. You see a fire elemental bound in the center of this chamber. You see a regular salamander on the far left, as well as they don't quite appear to be a fire giant, but instead, what's the best way to describe it? They almost look as if a person made of smoldering coal. Also, you see the person casting the wall of fire in the back here, but this is not a normal caster. This is an Ifriti, a person, person used very loosely, an elemental standing some 10 feet tall with long, lithe limbs made of fire. I did not have a token, so that's what I got to use. You know that this is probably going to be a little more sturdy than normal. However, what do you do with your bonus or your action? Bonus action, excuse me.
Surely there is a hole or crevasse here, I guess, in the wall. I don't know how high up these walls are.
So this is actually a pit down. This central area, think of it like a gladiator arena. That's going to be about 10 feet down. There's not really a good place to hide yourself in here.
I'm seeing if there's anything else I can do then. I don't have a whole lot of bonus actions. Hold on, let me look at... You can go ahead and go on while I'm looking, I guess, at some of my other bonus actions that I don't normally do.
Okay. I think I just remembered. Davos, did you make a Constitution saving throw, concentration check for your aura?
I did not.
Enmity got you, and he got you with I don't think he got you with a smite. He doesn't do smites. It would have been 36 points of damage. So make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Okay, Joey, I got a question real quick.
Yeah.
Do we remember where I got my lightning arrow from? Is it a charge? It doesn't look like it's a charge on my sheet.
I
It
think
looks like
that
I just got
it is a one-a-day thing. It's from the Storm King. I forget exactly. Yeah, this is from the old campaign. So that's it is a spell. It's not like an arrow
It says
physically.
bonus action here.
Let me look it up. I think it's like one of those things where it's the bonus action to enchant the arrow.
Yes, and the next round I get to use it?
I think so. Let me see.
Theoretically? Link it.
Yeah, so you're concentrating on it. You have an electrified arrow. The next time you make a ranged attack, you get to use that, and they're going to take extra damage. I'm going to drop a link to this, and we'll just say the bag of holding. That seems fitting. And I'm already in that channel, so you can take a look at that. Davos did pass his Constitution saving throw, so the aura remains as we round to Arcanox. Ark, you have just stepped in the way of Erebus's strike, saving Safine's life. What do you do with your action? Erebus looking pretty rough. Not dead yet, but rough.
Not dead yet.
I got
better. You are on mute if you're talking, Ben.
Right, I knew that. Alright, so before I swing the next couple times, Ark's gonna growl at Cerberus and state that this time he has no waves to hide amongst.
Ooh, I do love that.
All right. 2022?
Oh, a 22 would hit. He is going to use his reaction to do the +3 though, so that is a miss. Next swing.
29.
So here's the thing. You still have a vow of enmity against him, so you still have advantage. The 29 certainly hits, but if you want to roll again to see if you crit.
That's
What do you crit on?
crit on 18 and 19.
That's an 18 right fucking there. That 29? You crit for this, dude.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, man. Go ahead and roll your damage. We'll double the die. I don't know if you have any spell slots left, but if you want to throw a smite on there.
I'll do a first level smite.
So the 15 he can't reduce. It only did a 2, so that's gonna be 9. That is still halved, so that's gonna be 5. He's looking
Actually,
fucked up.
I'm gonna use one of my new charges, so don't half that slashing. I'm gonna double the slashing.
Oh yeah. Fantastic. I'll add that back. What was that? There we go. Fantastic. I think you still have 1 swing left.
I also meant to ask this earlier because I was wondering, he's resistant to magical slashing and piercing and bludgeoning?
He's resistant to all. Yeah.
I see.
Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Oh wait, I'm looking at enmity. Hang on. Erebus is resistant to cold, fire, lightning, and when he's raging, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
I guess it doesn't matter whether it's a magical weapon or not.
I see whether it's magical. I
No,
see. It's different than the. Yeah.
Silver.
The thing is different.
So the 19
you
does
know
not
what, Joey?
hit.
You know what, Joey? Arcanox is not about this. He did a bunch of swings. They didn't really meet the way he wanted it to. So you know what? I'm gonna action surge and swing 3 more
Yeah,
times.
dude. Get him with advantage.
So 19,
First one misses. Swing again.
27.
27 hits. That's 1 hit. Roll the last 2 swings. 26 hits. Yeah. Roll damage twice. 1 more time.
Boom.
So that would be 20. So he's gonna take 10. He is hanging on by a fucking hair, dude. You see for the first time fear in his eyes.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna send you back to your bitch queen and use another charge to double that 13.
No smites left?
I don't think he has the slots.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I guess there's not an action economy to that. Fuck yeah, dude. How do you want to do this?
I'd say like Arcanox will like plunge the sword into Cerberus's belly. Tell him, now I send you in the service of your queen, and slide it in a little bit and growl at him, and then lurch to the side and bisect him. Just cut him straight in half.
Fuck yeah, dude. You pierce him. You go with this flurry of blows. You're swinging with your scimitar, with your anchor, and he's catching about half of them, but not quite enough. And as you finally get that last blow in, you pierce through his breastplate, lift him up, and as you bisect him in half, 1/2 of him goes hurling through this wall of fire, and disappears below. Cerberus has been eviscerated. Witness.
Yeah.
And fucking tastic. We round to Enmity, hanging on by a fucking thread. He is surrounded. He's not liking the circumstances. However, he's not done yet, and it takes a little more to get him going yet. I think he is going to. He keeps wanting to fireball because that's like part of his whole kit, but Davos has had this aura up the whole time. He hasn't wanted to waste it. I think he is going to. He sees Davos is pretty fucked up as well. Also, we'll go with this first. He's gonna make 2 blade attacks against you. These are each a pretty high modifier. That's a 19. 19 plus his modifier, 19 on the die.
First one's gonna hit my mirror image.
Fuck yeah.
And now I got none left.
Does a 25 hit you right now?
Yeah, because I got the fire starter stacks.
That's right. So that's going to be 36 points of fire. And then I think this is 3 stacks of fire starter you have now. So I'm going to pop those 3 on.
I should have gotten my reaction back since it's been my turn, yeah?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I still take the damage, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you're still
assuming.
going to take the 36 plus the 14, a total of 40.
Oh, shit. All right. But I will use my reaction to, once again, what is
Like
it? Finesse
that, yeah.
training.
AC of 24.
And that is a 1.
Ah!
Oh!
But I do have a second use of turning
Davos!
1 into 20s.
You watch as Davos takes his blade and is about to strike down, Enmity lurches at you. His two blades, blazing flame. He swings the first one and you manage to narrowly dodge it. He gets you in the gut with the second, and instead of pulling away, you pull yourself deeper into his blade so you can run your own through him. Fuck yeah, dog. You don't even need to roll damage because this would be the end of him. Were it not for the fact of who he is, as Enmity goes down, the avatar of rage stirs within him, and he raises back up in a column of flame, staring at you with an vitriol that is unmatched. I do need to swap his stat block real quick. Hang on.
I'm in danger.
He did use both of his weapon attacks, so he can't do those, but he is going to make a bite and a wing attack at you. This first one's going to be the bite.
Do I, not by chance, lose my fire starter stacks on?
No, unfortunately not. That's a D12, pardon me.
Whew.
That's a 27. That's going to be 22 points of piercing damage. And this last one, what does the 22 put you at? 17?
Yep.
If he hits this will be the fall of the Dawnbringer. Gonna roll.
I get
one
death saves.
swing. What's your? Yeah, you do. Yeah. What is your? What's your AC?
22 currently.
22. He has to roll a 7 or higher, so his odds are good, but not good enough. He misses he lunges in and he grabs you by the throat and pulls you in and tries to tear in. And what saves you? Your goddamn pauldron, motherfucker. As we end on Enmity, we come to you two. You two's in for the show of his lifetime. What's he do?
U2 is going to see that he's got someone to his left, someone to his right. He's gonna try to get away from them by shadow stepping back into this space, but sort of in like mid-phase as he does, he's gonna say, "Fuck you," and flick a synaptic static at both of them.
Erebus and and the caster. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What's that save?
It is a DC 20 intelligence save.
Ooh, they do not
Or
be
19,
smart.
sorry. 19.
Enmity fails. He's gonna use his final legendary, or excuse me, not Enmity. Dimitri fails. He is gonna use his last legendary resistance. Which, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna put Erebus back on him because I meant to do that. And the other one, there's no way she can pass this. Oh, actually no. She's got a +6. Oh no, wait, that's +5. So she has to roll a 14 or higher on the die. She does not. She's gonna take that full 25. That puts her in single-digit territory. She looks fucked up. Is this one, if I recall correctly, this one is save or suck? That sounds wrong, but if he passes
no,
the save,
it is still half damage regardless.
oh, good. So instead of 25, that's gonna be 13. That's gonna be.
Oh,
you go.
know what? Yeah, I've already done the shadow step. I'll let it be.
Fantastic. His Kaya?
Yeah, I guess she can still do stuff. She's over here. She hasn't been doing very good about hitting.
By the way, Davos, while I'm thinking about it, I think I do need you to make another DC 18 Constitution save, and then a DC 11. Yeah, 2 saves, 1 DC 18, 1 DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
There's
18
only one
passes.
enemy
Roll
over
one more.
here.
Are you rolling with advantage for? Oh, Warcaster. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you pass both of those. Sorry, carry on, my guy.
There's only one enemy over there, so I guess she's gonna run down here and try to smack Dimitri.
Yeah, she got him last game. I remember. So hit him again.
At least there's a chance.
19. Oh, that does not hit. I'm sorry. That's close.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh, nah, not close enough for the
No,
back deckers.
not
Okay.
advantaged.
No worries, no worries. That brings us to Unknown Monster 5, which I think was... Oh, no, that's Dimitri. Ooh, he does not like him where he is. He sees Erebus go down. He sees Enmity resorting to his second form. Things are getting spicy. He will... Sucks because he really can't even... I guess if he gets around... Yeah, he will sort of skirt Kaya, so he doesn't have to take the opportunity attack to get up to Goldbrand. Gully Boy, he's going to be coming at you with a couple of things. I think first he's going to do a... I forgot to use his charges. Let's start with one attack, because he might use a spell for his other two. Gets to add a 14 to this. A 21? That hit a Goldbrand right now?
Yeah. Yes, sorry.
He is going to use a charge. So 18 plus 15 is 33. Halved is going to be 17. You'll take that. Oh, okay. So yeah, the full 33. Seeing that, he might press the advantage. It might be...
Would be wise.
You're outside of that aura still, but most of his shit's AoE. He wants to get a group with it. You know what? Fuck it. I think he's gonna press the advantage. He's gonna make 2 more swings at you again.
Before he does, I wouldn't know how much movement speed he has. Before he does that, I will. I'll push him back again since he's already moved. I'll try to push him back with my reaction to do the thing I did last time.
I don't think you can push him into Kaya. Really, you should be able to, but I don't know if you want to.
It moves
that's
him
an
10
allied
feet,
creature.
so I just want to move him another 10 feet, so he's got to move 10 feet again to get back to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's got 10 more, but
He still can get back to you. Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, he'll take this damage or half as much. Oh, come on.
Oh yeah, I guess I need a... That's a strength save, is that right?
Yes. 19.
He's not a strong boy. Yeah, he does take that 7. Give me 1 second. And he's gonna come at you with the other 2 swings. That's gonna be 1 higher than whatever the last one was, so a 22. And 1 higher than that. Both of these are gonna hit. I think he's gonna sink charges into both of them. So altogether, that is 66 points of damage. Which I think... Is that 68?
That's 60. Sorry, I'm looking for any resistances I have. I can't do Stone's Endurance because I used that last time. And I can't do...
Yeah. It's Force and Slashing, if that helps at all.
It's Force and Slashing. No, I do not think it does.
You all watch as Goldbrand... Are you saying woohoo because Goldbrand's dead and he's happy about it?
I mean, yes and no. Sorry, I was woohoo because I had shit to do.
As Dimitri takes his axe, and as he swings it up and brings it down, the gravity intensifies, and he's cleaving deep into Goldbrand. Goldbrand, showing his age, is knocked to a knee, and then he catches you under the jaw, and he holds your face up with the axe blade, and he remarks to you with a bit of surprise. Says, I see we are made of the same spark. You'll make a fine addition to my arsenal. Let's face it, it's not like you had much time left, old man. And with that, he goes back and cleaves you into the shoulder and takes Goldbrand down to the ground. Round 2, Goldbrand. I need you to make a death saving throw.
Bro, that shit was so meta.
What? What was meta?
We're made from the same thing. I'm like, yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah.
9.
9 is a failure. I do need to ask. I think your healing spirit goes away.
It
Yes?
does. Yes.
Yeah. You all see Dimitri standing over Goldbrand's corpse. Goldbrand has 1 death fail. If he takes 1 hit from anything, he will be lost. we round to the top of initiative. Devin, since you're down, why don't you roll a d20 for me, my guy?
With that
16.
healing spirit, was I supposed to gain something each turn?
It would have been.
Just
At
I think it
this,
had only
it would
it
have
had
been
only
at the start
been
of your
up for one turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You would have got the next one at the start of your turn.
Oh, how
Wait.
fucking fitting.
The next one.
Yeah, like the next round
So,
of healing, you would have got at the start of your turn.
He cast it, and we went ahead and gave you the points, but technically it wouldn't have popped until the start of your turn. So we haven't been around a second time for it.
Yeah.
We have it?
No, because he's right before you in initiative. Because
Alright.
he's at the end of the initiative, you're at the top. You watch as bursting through doors all around the chambers, your warriors making their way in, battling against these cultists. And you see as the Uthgard rising up, Revna, Najal, and Riker come in with the fury. Revna takes one look at your corpse, or your fallen form,
Not
and
quite-
immediately
not quite corpse.
lunges toward Dimitri. She gets a +10, and she's raging, so she's going to get advantage. She takes after Mama. A 25 does hit. He's going to take... Oh, by the way, she is using Hidea's axe for the feels. She's going to make another one. Neither of those hit, unfortunately. Najal is going to come up. He is going to try to take care of this last little cultist down here. And he does successfully do so. She is dispatched. Riker of the Tiger Tribe, one of the first people that y'all saved from the Iron Ring, he's going to come up. He's feeling ballsy, apparently, because he's going to come up to Enmity and try to get him. Oh, that hits. And that hits. Look at him. He's fucking coming out swinging. This would deal 28, however, in his Avatar of Rage form. Yeah, he is also resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. So he is going to take half of that. That's going to be 14. Also at the top of initiative, Diaval is going to get to go. I'm going to roll a d6 real quick to see if he regains his breath weapon. He does. Unfortunately, Enmity is immune to that breath weapon. Ark, what do you want him to do? Do you want him to try to make a couple of attacks on Enmity? Or do you want him to try to go down and finish Dimitri?
Go for Dimitri.
You could do the slashes or the breath weapon. What do you think?
Hit him with that breath weapon.
Yeah. So Dimitri needs to make a dex saving
Burn-ite.
throw. Burn-ite. Dimitri does pass, but he's going to take half, which does put him in critical territory. And the Obsidian Dragon. I think he looks down to all of you and says, Lords, I have much to make amends for, but our time draws short. Suffice it for now that I am thankful for all the wisdom so freely given, even when you were unaware of your gifts. And he turns to make eye contact with you at the edge of the white portal. And says, some of you taught me more than you know. And you watch as he raises his arms up. And a rift opens in space, and the meteors that Yuan had tried to cast down earlier hurtle through this. Dimitri sees this, and he's going to try to counterspell it. If he has a spell slot, he does. He's going to use a 4th level because he does have a 3rd left.
Not this time, baby.
You going to counterspell him?
Yeah, and I'm gonna use you two to do it because it's just funnier that way.
Enmity is going to use 2 charges to try to counterspell you too.
Good luck, because now we're both in the chamber. I counterspell him.
Yeah, there we fucking go.
Well,
We're gonna roll 44 real quick.
wild magic.
I think just 3d4. The spell,
One of them hit.
Dimitri, you two. No, there are 4. Fuck yeah. Let me. Oh fuck. Now I gotta look up the table. Why don't you go ahead and roll Meteor Swarm for me, my guy?
Okay. Where my spells at? I don't have any spells. What the?
And I'm gonna roll a d100.
It could
Hey,
be
that's my lucky
anything.
number.
Yeah, that table's kind of pretty random.
God, every time my computer almost crashes. So many dice.
Oh, Yuan, you
What?
gain you gain resistance to all damage for the next minute. You watch as these meteors fly through. It's almost as if Yuan's skin takes on their aspect. These frozen blue asteroids streaked with black storm to cover his skin. As the meteors come down, this is going to retain the careful spell that you put into it. 135 damage. None of it is fire damage, so he's not going to regain it, but he does resist the bludgeoning and the piercing. So instead of 135, Enmity is going to take 63, 63. And Dimitri is eviscerated, crushed by the very thing he came from. How poetic. Fucking tastic. As we round to the top of initiative, Davos, you stand before Enmity, him snarling in your face, bloodied and ready for more. What do you do?
Ready for death.
Ready for these nuts.
Or pay these nuts. All right, I'm going to use Vital
Carpe
Offender as a
Get him, dog.
bonus action. There's the damage. DC 20 con save.
Oh, great on the damage.
Big nasty.
Con. He is proficient in con saves. I'll roll this in front of the board. He gets a plus 14. So he needs a 6 or higher. Oh, but he gets 2. Oh, he does have magic resistance. So he is going to pass that. He will take half of that 33, which is going to be, what is that, 17 points?
But he's blinded, though, yeah? Or is he going to use a legendary resistance?
I was just thinking about that because he does have 2. I think he's going to have to. I mean, he will take half. Oh no, he passed the check, so he doesn't need to use a resistance. He is taking 17 points of that.
It was at advantage?
Yeah, he has magical resistance.
I don't know what that means, I guess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I dropped it in chat, but it's here, I'll copy paste. It's still popping up like the 2 GM rolls. Basically he just has advantage on saving throws and magical effects.
Ooh. Not cool, but he's going to die.
All right, that's your bonus action. What do you got for your action?
Swinging.
Get him, dog.
Guess I'll wait. But all right, here's the first swing.
A 21 does not hit.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Oh yeah, re-roll that shit, dog.
And that is a crit, my friend.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Roll that damage.
Alright, now that won't roll crit damage.
That's okay. I'll add it. That's gonna be 30 points. Oh, that is slashing though, so we'll resist that.
And I'm gonna smite it.
Get it, 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 get it.
Spell slot. 78. 6 and 1. So for 40 or 20 more damage.
20 more damage?
Yep.
Oh no, this is radiant damage, yeah? He does not resist radiant damage,
Okay.
my guy.
And then 40.
He is in rough shape. Man,
Alright.
fucking tastic. That's both swings. That's your bonus action.
That was one swing. I used inspiration to re-roll it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Roll your next swing.
I got nothing to help me here. Come on. No.
Oh no, the tension. Unfortunately, that does not succeed. I think that's your turn. We were.
Yeah. All right. I was gonna use the flourish because it doesn't use a bonus action to add it to my AC. I was hoping I was gonna hit the second one.
Oh, I gotcha. We
This
round.
will add to the damage though.
Oh yeah, then go ahead.
But it is
Yeah.
probably slashing, or whatever my sword
I
is.
think it's probably the weapon damage. Yeah. He takes a nick, but he's still standing. That would have been enmity. However, or excuse me, that would have been Erebus, but Erebus has been eviscerated. Yuan, we round to you. I will remind you. I assume that Davos relayed this to the group, that either Davos or Goldbrand with the scythe have to be the one to kill him for it to fulfill his pact with Bell. If they don't perma kill him, he is not gone, and therefore does not complete the objective.
If Goldbrain can do it with the weapon, could technically anyone do it with my weapon?
You have to be attuned to it to
Oh,
get
damn.
the particular perks for those things. So it does have to be you or Goldbrand with that particular weapon.
Then I'll look across the field and I'll say, well, I guess it's time to get his old ass up then, isn't it? And I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Mass Cure Wounds? Fuck yeah.
All of it?
What's the radius on that?
It's 30-foot sphere. I've already measured. It can get everybody in the center of the battlefield. So Goldbrand, Davos, Ark.
Fuck yeah. 24 points of healing. Goldbrand, you come back up from the brink of death. And you're almost disappointed. But you see Revna there, and she's happy to see you breathing, at least. Despite how much he longs for death, I'm sure Goldbrand's like, okay, at least my kid didn't see me die, like, in front of them.
I can be lock eyes, and when Revna looks relieved, Goldbrand just rolls his eyes. Like,
I think Riker somewhere in the near distance is like, he's a tough old shit. Fantastic. That's your action. What you got for your bonus action, dog? I forgot you had Mass Cure Wounds. I think that's from Evangeline, yeah?
Yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I don't have a lot I could do with. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
I'll add
just
that to
gonna
Sapine, too.
I'll lob a magic stone at the only guy who's still standing, because I guess why not?
At Enmity?
Yeah. I also guess Kaya should have a bite at him.
You-
too.
Where if you down enmity with one of these stones?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the spicy part.
But
Is if anyone else kills him, he returns to hell. He is not killed, and therefore he is not fulfill Davos's pact. Y'all will
Okay.
be. Sorry, go ahead.
I've got a different plan then. I'm gonna see if Kaya can grapple him with her attack instead.
I will allow a soft nom to try to grapple him without dealing damage.
I mean,
If you
technically,
hit-
she knocks people prone if she hits. I'm like, what? I mean,
She
just
needs
forgo
like
the
a
damage, do a tackle.
She needs like a 19 or a 20 to do this, though. Well,
Wow.
for a grapple, technically it would be an athletics or an acrobatics check, but I think your odds are probably better with the attack. So go ahead and go for that.
All right, let's see what happens.
Unfortunately, not, my friend. Advantage.
Nah, still no.
God, my throat is so fucking wrong.
Okay. That will be it then, because I don't want to kill him.
Pandora, as we round to you. Oh, I am so sorry. I do need to back up and do one thing. We did not roll for those in the realm of fire. Pandora, you were not able to hide at the last round. So all of these people see you, and they are all going to lunge towards you. The salamander up first. He gets 30 feet of movement. Gotta put him right. I need every inch of that because I think. Yeah, you're within 10 feet. Oh, just barely. He is going to go with 2 spear attacks. A 22 hits a Pandora.
Right.
I need you to make, unless you're resistant to piercing or fire, you're going to take 17 points of damage from that one. The
I can use
Cinder
a
Hulk.
uncanny dot on that one, right?
Yes, you certainly can to take half. I'm going to drop this in chat because she does look pretty cool. This is a Cinder Hulk.
All right.
She is going to rush up towards you. I think she has 40 feet, but let me confirm that.
What was half that damage? Real quick, Joey.
Oh, 17 would be 8.
Alright.
The Cinder Hulk is going to run at you. She has 40 feet of movement speed, so she's going to have no issues. She is going to go for... Ooh. She'll deal more damage if she makes the individual attack. She's going to go with 2 slam attacks. A 26 and a 19? I think both of those hit, yeah?
The 19 does not.
Oh, that's good to know. Fantastic. In that case, that's going to be 31 points of damage. And the fire elemental.
Was any of that force damage?
No, unfortunately not. I think it was fire and
Okay.
bludgeoning. The fire elemental rushes up on you.
Okay.
And it is going to make 2 touch attacks. Don't like that said out loud. A 21 and an 8. So one of them does hit you.
Everybody want to pet the kitty.
That's 16 points of damage. And last but not least, the spellcaster in this realm, who is not happy you're here. I think they're gonna. No, they're
How
not.
much is that last damage? Sorry, I was looking at the map.
No, you're fine. 16.
16?
Yes. He is going to. Oh God. How much do I want to meta? You know what? He's gonna go with the firebolt. Pathetic as that may be. But it does not hit. You are perfectly fine. You watch as these figures all lunge towards you, streaming flames. You get stabbed, you get slammed, you get burned. But as they all hit you, you are perfectly fine as you have been. Oh, but you do need to make a concentration check. How much damage did you just take?
Ooh.
You took a combined 55 points of damage.
Yep.
I think we're gonna break that into individual checks. So instead, the 17 you have, make a Constitution saving throw. You've got to beat a 10 for this first one.
Oh, hold on. Oh my God, that was a nat 20, so 25.
Oh, that's great, but you only needed a 10. This next attack from the Cinder Hulk is 31 points, so you got to make a DC 15. Roll another one.
Ooh, that was a nat 1, so let me use... Hold on.
You got lucky.
I've got lucky and I've got heroic inspiration still. I've never used any of my inspiration points.
Yeah,
I
reroll
keep getting them and I've never used them.
it.
I'm going to use my inspiration, I think, first. Thinking,
good
what
call.
would Davos do? What did I have to beat? Oh.
17 plus 14 is 31. A 15.
Okay, that one was a 16.
Fuck yeah!
So
Okay,
11
this last
5.
one is just a DC 10, so roll one more concentration check for me.
One more?
Yes.
That was a 17.
Fantastic, Barbara. Bravo. I'm honestly just glad I got to actually hit you in a fight, but this is great. As we round to your turn, these enemies all lunge towards you. You've got the caster on the other side of the room. What are you gonna do?
All right. What kind of penalty is it to shoot? Close
You're gonna
range?
shoot at
But if it's a
disadvantage
light
if you.
arrow, does that penalty still count?
I think with lightning arrow, let me look. I think you still have to hit the weapon attack. The next
So
time you
to
make
make
a
a-
ranged weapon attack,
Yeah.
the weapon's ammunition transforms into a bolt of
That would
lightning.
be-
Make the attack roll as normal. It just takes extra damage on a hit. So you're still gonna have disadvantage because you're harried.
Hmm.
And again, this is an Efreeti. This is not a very good representation of them because they look different in different versions.
Look, I'm trying to think who I want to hit because I wouldn't have disadvantage for the caster, right?
You wouldn't have disadvantage for the caster.
Because
Oh, no, if there's an enemy within 5 feet of you, you have disadvantage on all ranged attacks.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's like they're fucking with you while you're trying to aim.
I got you. Okay, well, you know what? I've got 2 lucky points, and this is kind of my hurrah.
Yeah, fucking do it.
Hold on though. If I've got lightning, I'm trying to decide if I want to hit them because it does chain lightning. Now, if I hit it, each creature, does that include me? Is that like a friendly fire thing, or am I not included in?
Each creature would be everyone. However, you're not within 10 feet of him, so you're good.
Well, no, I was thinking the closer ones because if I hit one, then each creature
I
within
see.
10 feet has to also roll. But to be fair,
Yeah.
it is a dex save.
Yeah.
And if I pass, it doesn't matter. Take any damage. Okay, so essentially we're groovy. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Who you shooting at?
I don't know. I guess this one looks like it has the lowest AC. The salamander thing. Yeah, because I don't know if I can break concentration on that guy back there.
I'll say so. If you hit him, you won't get the Cinder Hulk with the splash damage, but if you hit the elemental in the middle, you'll get all 3.
Oh, you're right, because he's not 10 feet.
Yeah, he's
a little
just
bit more.
Yeah, just a bit.
Well, fuck, if that's actually the case, let me just go to hit the caster instead.
You could disengage, walk around, and then fire, and then have no disadvantage, no nothing.
Well, since I can't hide anyway, we'll just, and I've got a fly speed, so we're just gonna disengage and we're gonna fly over here by this little box. Bye, guys.
Fuck yeah. This guy's a little stouter than the other casters, but go ahead and hit him.
That's what I got lucky points for. I just roll my regular bow, right?
Yes, yeah.
We are going to use a lucky point because I rolled a 1 on that one.
Okay.
Teehee. I rarely do that. Shit, that was a 7.
I would say Davos makes it a 20, but I think he's used both of those, yeah?
No, I'm in the other realm. Oh,
Yeah, I'd allow it just because it's cool shit, but...
What gives me advantage per... Hold on, let me look. Is that just in Skullport? No, once per long rest, I can have advantage. When I know... but that triggers sneak attack. Let me just use my last lucky point. Sorry, I'm being complicated.
No, you're fine. Giving the advantage to trigger sneak attack is not a bad idea either, but...
But the lightning arrow doesn't have sneak attack, does it?
It's technically a regular shot, it just adds extra damage to it. I would allow it.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, sorry, I will use that
No,
advantage to give me advantage and trigger my sneak attack. We'll see. Give me a good roll. Yes, finally. That's a 19 plus 14. That's 33.
That
So,
absolutely hits. Roll damage, and then you're going to add both your sneak attack and an extra 48 lightning.
Okay, so is it extra on top of my longbow?
Yeah, so longbow
Okay.
damage, sneak attack, and 48.
Longbow damage is 12. Let me roll the sneak attack. Oh, I love looking at all those dice. 32 sneak attack.
Ooh.
And spells. Let me click the spell for 48 lightning. And that's another 17.
17 would be...
12, 13, 17.
He took a total of 61 points. There is no way he can make this. I will roll it just to see if it's a 20, but
Eviscerated.
absolutely. You watch as his concentration breaks, and all of you in this realm watch as the portal of flames, the wall of fire before you, disappears. And the entryway below is now clear. As we round from her, Arcanox, we come to you. You are right by Enmity and the portal that leads down to where the ritual is taking place. What do you do?
Before we go to Arc, Joey, I'm kind of grasping at straws. I crit that last hit against Enmity. Did we double the smite damage? Was it double or double the dice?
It does double the dice. I do not remember if I did or not, if I'm being completely honest.
I remember I called out 40 damage for the radiant for the smite, but I didn't roll another 78. I only rolled one set of smite damage.
So the number you gave me was not doubled?
That was not doubled. I initially said 20 because I thought it was halved because of his stuff. And then you said it's radiant, so it's not halved. So that would have been 35 for the first 68 if you scroll up, and then another d8 for a total of 40 damage. That was just the one smite not critted.
And this is a crit because you had the 19 on
Right.
that 33.
And now we did double the slashing damage, or yeah, we doubled the dice on the slashing, just not the smite.
I want to say you're right. I'm not certain, but this is a big deal because his turn is next.
I know. That's why I'm bringing it up.
Oh God.
Guys, do y'all remember? Does that sound right? What I'm saying?
I don't think you doubled the smite. No.
I didn't re-roll. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It was only the one roll. If you wanted me to roll the additional dice,
I'm fairly certain that you didn't double the smite because I think we would have made a big deal about you doing 80 points of radiant damage to him. I'm just gonna say it on the table.
That's a
We
very
probably
good
would have
point.
talked about that.
and he probably would have been down.
In that case, 6 minutes ago, how do you want to do this?
Sorry, I was like, what? Oh wait, we did. Keeping it short, just be gone, ye foul demon, and try to cleave him like I just saw Ark do. Make this guy bipolar.
Fuck yeah. I think as you place your sword against, as your sword reads in this holy light, I think that you have flashes in your mind of the temple back in Nightstone, desecrated by the goblins, restored by you, your father's statue in the lair of Kyolithica, your Helena attacked by Donovan, and all of this rage courses through you and boils over in this blinding radiance. Your wings, two topaz beacons, shining like twin lighthouses in the distance. Your sword rising up, screeches with flame as you come down and get enmity. And I think that as you cleave through him, he almost starts to laugh, thinking that he will go back to the plane of Avernus and be perfectly content. And as his body does not burst into flame, but instead begins to break down into dust, you watch the fear, the fury shift to fear as he crumbles into nothing. Fan-fucking-tastic.
I'd be definitely yelling out a barbaric roar as I was doing it too. Just
yes. Fan-fucking-tastic. You all have seen the last portal fall, or the last barrier fall, the last of the worm speakers fall. We round to Arcanox. Arc, before you is a staircase that leads down to where the ritual is actually taking place. I assume you bolt on down, yeah?
Let's go.
It is a ways. It's about 50 feet. What's your movement speed?
I got 40 flying.
40 fly? So you can get,
I can go ahead.
if you
I can go ahead and just dash down, I guess.
if you dash, you can get all the way down there, yeah. We
Yep.
shift to the bottom right corner. Ba-ba-da-ba. As you emerge in this darkened space, you see an intricate seal on the ground. You see 5 casters dressed in purple cultist robes, each of them chanting. They're on the 9th turn of this ritual. You have a bonus action if you can make use of that.
Might. Looks like I just got my bonus attack, really. All my spells are buffs.
You have a good range with Dredge. You should have no trouble hitting him. Go ahead and roll that last.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll that bonus action attack. A 24 certainly hits. Roll damage. Okay, that's going to be 8 points. He has to roll a 10 to maintain concentration on this. If I'm not mistaken, he should have the same as all the other casters, a +6, so he only needs to make a 4 on this. And a natural fucking 1.
These nuts.
Arcanox, as you hurl through this spiral staircase, racing as fast as your wings can carry you. I like to think that you actually let go of the anchor on the way, the chain wrapped around your arm, grailing it back, and as you come into this chamber, swinging with the full force of your dash, you swing and catch this cultist in the jaw and knock him clear out on the floor. And as this happens, the ritual stalls. It is not completely stopped yet, but it is damn close. We round to. This would have been enmity, but we round instead to you two.
Oh, you too.
You guys just hear an echoing roar from under the floor.
Yeah.
All of us get very stiff, unsure if it's very good or very bad.
Yeah.
Get stiff in another way.
You ain't lying about that.
Dragging these balls.
Ooh, okay.
You two, what you got?
Hang on, that isn't a bonus action spell. Dang it. I think I'm gonna have to. I don't have enough movement to get over there without dashing, so I think I'm gonna have no choice but to dash to the thing. That gets me. It's like 45 feet to get to the staircase, so I'd only have 15 down. So it would actually be a ways I still had to go before I could get all the way down there.
You dash with your action. You could bonus action Shadow Step.
Yeah, if I could shadow step all the rest of the way down in there, I guess I would probably.
Yeah, even if you couldn't get quite all the way, I think you would get close enough to where, because like the room itself is lit, but I don't imagine the staircase is being bright light. So I think for sure you could get, we'll say, to the top of the staircase.
Okay.
Or the top of the room staircase, anyway.
That is his action economy.
That would have been Dimitri Goldbrand. Back from the brink of death. Not quite finished with your job, and I think you're so fucking over it. But what do you do?
I could heal, or I could try to get down there. So if I dash, I have 90 feet of movement because I have 45. It's 20 to get there, 50 to go down, 60, that's 70. So I have 20 more feet of movement after I get in there.
Yes, and a bonus action.
Yes. So I will. Let me get my token over there so I can see. Shit.
Oh, whoops.
So
Sorry.
I would
think
go
you're pushing
here,
moving.
right? I'd have 20 from here.
You'd
I
be
see
on
where
this
they are.
side, but yeah.
Okay, 20 from here. So I will move the full amount to here, and I will activate my Archer Constellation, and I'll try to Archer this one here.
Fuck yeah, get him.
Go. Come on now. Actions, bonus actions, Archer. Come on. 18?
18 definitely hits. 19 damage. He's going to have to make a DC 10. Again, he gets a +6 to this. He's got to roll a 4. He does. He's maintaining concentration. Not quite out of the woods yet, but we're pretty close. We round to the top of initiative. A couple of things happen. The one who stopped is going to resume. I think earlier I said that was round 9. This is round 9. He is actually a turn behind because he stalled it, even if for that brief bit of time. So they need to maintain concentration for 2 turns. I don't think that's gonna fucking happen, but we'll see how it goes. I think they are going to cast a couple of spells to try to get some protection. Let me see here. God, my throat is so fucking raw.
Yeah.
What? Shut the fuck up.
Say, damn, Joey, I know what causes that.
Is it
Well,
They
time for
are-
a break where you can go
I was
lubricate your
about to
throat?
say-
Yes, I was thinking. I was
was-
thinking of trying to get to the end of this and to do the epilogue after, but I think you're right. We have been going for about 2 hours now. We will be back here with the second half of the finale of Tyranny of Flagons. We'll be right back. And we're back. As we return to the Temple of Tiamat, in this very clutch moment, we have a few things to attend to at the top of the round. One of them being that everything in the room with Pandora is very mad at Pandora and now gets a chance to go. A couple of these things. You were flying, Barbara. How far do you think off the ground you are?
50 feet.
I mean, I would
How's-
love to say. Well, I don't know, because if I'm like flying up to do a really cool like lightning shot,
Yeah.
it'd be pretty cool. I was gonna say about average 30 feet or so.
Okay, that's doable.
To be fair,
I think the salamander is going to slither over here. He can throw, but this is going to be a disadvantage. Oh, a 19 on the disadvantage. Does that hit you?
No, 19 does not hit me.
Fuck yeah. The Cinder Hulk. It's going to be a little different. It's going to come up here. It's going to emit a wave of smoldering ash. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me. I'm just going to move on to the next one because I know exactly what's going to happen here.
29.
Yeah, you're good. No damage. The fire elemental does have a good bit of movement speed, and he can fly, so he is going to rush up to you. He's going to try to make 2 attacks. A 22. That's going to be 21 points of damage. The Efriti. How's he going to do this?
Ooh,
He could do it one.
Actually,
he
yeah,
could
let me see what he's gonna do first before I use my reaction.
Ooh. I think he can cast plane shift. And I think he's going to. He could dash to get through the portal, but he could plane shift right to the room. I think he's going to plane shift to the room. Barbara, you watch as he takes the scimitar and slashes through the air, and as he does, a rift in reality forms. And you all actually watch as he appears within this chamber on the bottom level of
Hi, Felicia.
the temple. That is his action, so he cannot resume the ritual at this time. The one that you took care of did pick up the ritual. Also, the black speaker who was previously incapacitated, not speaker, excuse me, the black caster from the Realm of Acid, who was incapacitated a couple of turns ago, was able to Misty Step and dash to get to the portal. She does not have an action, but she is on the upper level. And then we get down to these guys in this room. I think a couple of different things are going to happen. I think, how big is that? 10-foot circle? That's not very big. I think, I think 2 of the casters down here. Oh,
Quick
they're
question.
concentrating on the ritual, but I think it's their action to do it. I don't think it's like, I think it's like something with a longer casting time. I don't think they can cast anything. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look up something real quick.
Also, Joey,
If
that
we-
portal he just slashed, is it like remaining or did it like disappear behind him?
No, it's technically just single person teleport. It's not single person, but he's using it as a teleport.
Oh.
The slash and the portal was just for flavor.
All right, just trying to plan out my upcoming turn.
No, I got you. I think I'm going to say that casting the ritual is their full action, so they cannot cast spells as well. They have a couple of reinforcements popping up, but neither one is going to be able to join them in the ritual this turn. So right now they're stalled out. I think they are going to just now be at the 9th round. As we go to Davos, you are atop this pillar. You see one caster emerge from this black portal to the far right. You know your friends have gone down and where they are trying to stop the bulk of these casters doing the ritual there. What do you do?
I want to see how far it is. I'd have to dash, huh?
Dash to where?
To the red portal. Because I haven't seen Pandora come back out, and she's usually in and out, or she was the last time.
That's a very good point.
3 guys down there, and I'm assuming this caster's coming to go down the stairs.
She can
Yeah, the
also
one who came.
Oh, she could recast her thing and go back into the portal also. Is that correct?
So in theory, that is their primary thing, is to do the barrier. However, she sees the barriers are gone. Granted, she doesn't necessarily know how many of you there are. However, if she senses there's a disturbance in the ritual, she could add on and use her action to be
Like
casting
the other
it.
one is doing. I see.
Yes, she had to use a misty step and a dash just to get out of the portal. So she is not doing that now. But essentially, the Afriti and this black speaker could add on to the ritual to where there were 7 people casting it, just to give them a buffer room. But as of now, she's not doing anything.
Then I have faith in the 3 guys down below. I'm going to cast Wall of Thorns in a dome around the staircase.
Right choice there, Fred.
Okay, dude. Hell
So
yeah,
that
man.
is a concentration. I'm going to lose my Circle of Power.
It's certainly done its work. I'm just going to throw this big old circle right here, just because I
And
can't
it's
delete it.
5 feet thick. Diameter doesn't matter, but they would have to roll 7d8 piercing damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful. Dex 19.
Yeah, and like 1 foot is like 4 feet of movement, right?
Right. It yeah, something like that. Yeah, 1 feet is 4 foot the movement. I must display that when we need to go back to it. And then I'm going to I guess go 50 feet towards the red portal.
Okay,
Which would
cool.
put me right here with the attempt of rescuing Barb.
This is all you guys, because the worm speakers are the only other enemies that were in the turn tracker. Yuan, what do you do?
I guess I will move most of my movement here. Seeing that wall of thorns go up, I know I'm not going to try to bust up in there or anything right
down
now.
there. Fuck, my bad.
No, baby, that's you too.
Yeah.
I know we look
realized.
similar.
But with Ark, Goldbrand, and you two, you're pretty confident.
Yeah,
my
my bad.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna try to firebolt this caster.
Yeah, go ahead, pop him.
30.
30
for
certainly hits, yeah.
butt damage. 21 damage.
That's pretty solid. That puts her in critical territory. Bonus action?
Bonus action. Magic stone, because why not?
You might kill her.
Well, I rolled a 1 on damage for a total of 6.
And true Yuan fashion. She
go?
fucked up, but she ain't dead. Pandora, all of these flaming fiends are rushing towards you. What do you? How do you? You've just seen this Afriti disappear from this plane. What do you do?
Okay, so let's see. I'm looking to see how many zoomies I can zoomy. It's gonna be my next
Only-
children's book.
Yeah, only the fire elemental is close to you. I
So
don't know
that's
if
the
you've
only one
used
I
your
was thinking.
feline agility.
Yeah, exactly. Like doubles her. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
you've used it.
Because
No,
you
I
can
have
bonus
not, 'cause-
action disengage and just split.
Zoom.
And
Yeah.
then can I use an action to dash too? Because I just want to go as close to the action as I can. Is basically where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that would
Feline
quadruple
agility
your
is
movement
when I move
speed.
on my
Or
turn in
triple,
combat. I
excuse me.
double my speed, so I can do that indefinitely if I move 0 feet on one of my
And
turns.
if you're dashing, you're tripling it. So if your speed is normally 60, it's 180.
Yep.
So
Okay. So it's 60
I
to
was-
get out. I already measured that one.
yeah.
All right. Do I take an opportunity from one of those things?
No, you bonus action disengage.
Oh, that is right. I did because the action.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
And
I was
that
like,
carries
oh, you
out.
could hope-
No, I'm running. That's right. I'm running.
I
with
like to
my-
think, Barbara, you GTFO and you see Davos heroically charging in, and you'll just collide for a brief second.
Boink.
before
I'm like,
getting your
no, no.
bearings.
Shop's closed.
There is a wall of thorns around the entrance, though, so you can't fly down.
I know, dude. I messed up. Oh.
No,
The
no, it's
thought
fine.
it was a very good thought, honestly.
Could I, as a reaction, break concentration
I'll
intentionally?
tell you what, roll a
Don't
d10,
do it.
if it's a, or excuse me, roll a d20, if it's a 10 or lower, when you bump into Barbara, it breaks your concentration.
All right.
Don't
You
do it.
you are preventing others from getting in there that are up top, or anyone else that
Right.
comes in from.
And there are
Alright, if y'all
multiple
think-
things in all those other portals.
Well,
That's what I was
I
kinda
did say
thinking.
this last game that the other creatures in those planes can't come through. Only the casters can come through those portals.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
Anything
That
not
makes
of this
sense.
plane cannot pass through it.
But so there's
Most
still
of the-
3 potential casters that could come through.
You killed the
It's only-
blue, you've killed the green, You've-
Uh-huh.
the white was incapacitated. At the top of next turn, he might come through.
red split.
Red is teleported, and black is already in there. So you do have one more that might come through the white portal, but all the others
Okay.
are accounted for.
All
I mean,
right.
shit,
Here's
I'll,
the.
I'll run through the brambles if I gotta. I have 130 hit points left.
You maintain concentration, you bastard. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like I said, I can't. Does the reaction break it?
What is the
Intentionally?
consequence
Um,
of flying through the thorns?
Lots of damage.
damage
78.
and
Well,
lot
she's
of your
got.
movement.
It's on a deck save though, and if she gets
Oh god.
I'm proficient in
uncanny
dex.
dodge, would that
And if I
reduce it to
dex,
0?
if it's a
If
dex
she-
and I pass it, I don't take any damage.
Right.
Or
Correct.
yeah,
If she passes.
I will.
If you want to
will-
roll those
if you-
dice, Barb,
I will woe
listen,
you if
I've
you want. Or
got
excuse
one
me,
more
will.
lucky point. I've got one more lucky point. We're bolting.
so wait, so it's 60 foot there. How many feet was it to the first room? Or to the first portal?
60.
Force Purtle,
Oh, I have to
Purtle
see.
was 60
Turtle.
feet.
So there's 5
Turtle.
feet of this. It's gonna cost 25 feet of movement to move through, and then you're still gonna have 35. You can get most of the way down the staircase, but not quite in that room. I
Okay,
do
well,
need you to make a
I don't have
dexterity
any
save.
actions anyway, so do I need a dex save?
Mm,
Yeah, one dex save for
One
a
dex save.
formality, honestly,
don't
at this
think-
point.
And she doesn't make it
That
close enough
was
to see.
what am I
Goldbrand?
supposed to beat? Should I like use a lucky on a 20?
Wait,
Does
one
it
more time?
have us?
It's a DC 19.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
dex
then I rolled a 20, so I'm good.
You rolled a natural 20?
No, I rolled 7 plus
Oh,
my
dirty
15.
20? I
Yeah,
gotcha.
dirty 20.
Okay, so you're most of the way down. You can probably see the people at the top of the staircase, like you
Hey,
on
guys.
and Goldbrand, but or you two and Goldbrand, but you do not yet see the cultists. Arcanox, we
I just
round to
love-
you.
That it's me and you on protecting this room of all people together.
The camaraderie.
Hey, do you want to hold hands while we do this? I'm just
Dude,
curious.
yes. If we don't, I'm gonna be mad.
I feel like
Twin
if they have
cast.
names, they should get a
Twin
name.
cast fireball. We're doing it.
Arcanox, you come into this space. You smacked one and broke his concentration, but he has since resumed. You've watched as this red fiery figure has teleported into this space. But you're a bull in a china shop. What the fuck do you do, homie?
I don't know. This caster that just showed up, I'm not concerned about it. I'm kind of interested in him now. So I'm going to use some of my movement. My flying movement, by the way. I'm flying.
I got
I'm going to hit him with Dredge's More ability for ranged.
Okay, 25 certainly hits.
Go ahead and make me a strength save.
Give me 1 second.
If you don't mind.
Okay, now I was gonna see if he had shield. Strength save is not proficient in, but he is pretty strong. A 10.
That. He is grappled and restrained.
Fuck yeah, dude.
See here.
Right, you've got 3 more swings, my guy.
Hold on. Oh, whatever.
I got you, homie. You're good.
See here.
That's 1 swing. You've got Dredge tied up like to him, so you can't use that to swing again, but you can use your sword.
That is true.
Or you can use, I think you can use one of those
16.
attacks to like jerk him around, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a bonus action, yeah.
A 16 barely hits one of these guys. Do you have a particular one you're swinging at?
Let's hit this guy.
Okay. You would have to get a little closer with Douse, but I don't think that's an issue with your movement speed. Roll some damage.
Good. Douse, Shazam.
14
for
hurt.
him. I do not like this caster guy that just showed up. So I'm gonna give
He
him
needs to
breath.
roll a 4 or higher on this dice. He does, so he maintains concentration. Next swing.
Boo. Last swing, I'm gonna do Draconic Ferocity.
All the gifts. Oh.
This
Who
one.
are you? What
Actually, it would
element
hit.
do you-
It would hit him too. Hit fire.
Yeah. You said fire?
Yeah, 10-foot line, 60-foot long.
Okay. Unfortunately, the Afriti is immune to fire damage. However, the cultist is not. He's gonna make that save, and I think at disadvantage. Is that correct? I think Draconic Ferocity gives them the
Yeah,
disadvantage.
yeah.
Dex save. He do not be dexterous. That's a 7, so he's gonna take that full 35. That puts him in single-digit territory. He 35 would be 17. He's got to roll an 11 or higher on this dice to maintain concentration. He does not, so he is stalled again for another turn. Fantastic. I think that's all 3 of your swings, if I'm not mistaken. 4?
Yeah. I don't know my swings. See, I got Dredge used for my primary, so I use Douse for my bonus action.
Yes, because you're right. You've only had 3. The more, the Douse, and then the Draconic Ferocity. Yeah, so you do have the bonus action.
All right.
And for the same dude?
Yeah.
Definitely hits him. Go ahead.
First world problems is having to count how many times you thrash a dude. Gee, I don't know if it's been 15 or 16 times that I've hit him.
I'm Surge
Just
anyway.
Spider
Level
problem.
19 problems. You too, as we round to you, you see that a few of these cultists are concentrating on it, but it looks like you guys have the other hand. To assure it, you need to just take a couple of these guys out. What does he do?
Okay. I'm gonna look at Ark and I'm gonna say, you're immune to fire damage, right?
Oh, most
What?
certainly.
Oh,
Light it
That's
up,
good.
buddy.
because it turns out that these guys sat in a perfect 20-foot circle.
That's 5 deck saves. What you're 19?
Yes, it is a 19.
Surprisingly, 2 of them pass. They only have a +1. One of them got a 19. One of them got a natural 20. That kills one of them. 37 points of damage. 30. Fuck, math. 37 halved would be 18 minus this.
18 if you round up. Full
I'm gonna roll
disclosure, that was my plan if I got down there.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Awesome.
roll these first 2 saves. They get to add a +6 to this. These are the 2 that passed, so they need a 12 or higher. One of them stops it. The other 2,
Oh shit!
38. They would have to roll a 19.
I got
They
that.
do
I got
make
that
it.
absorption. Fire's gonna heal me, so yes, please.
Yeah. You're gonna
really
take half of that fire, so you're gonna add 18 hit points. Oh, so the way this works out, only one of them actually breaks concentration from that. And ironically enough, it's one of the ones who passed it. They're not quite dealt with yet. Goldbrand, we come to you. Or I'm sorry, bonus action for you too.
There's only one bonus action I can do, but I'm gonna do it.
Stones.
Of course. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a stone at him.
Get him.
I love
Get
the
'em.
disdain in his voice.
Oh no! Wait, it's a 20.
Yeah, that's
forgot.
who are you aiming at?
Let's see.
There's
I don't
3.
know.
The bottom 3 are the ones that are still concentrating.
Okay, then
This
I'm
one
gonna
up here
pick
it's
one of
broken
those guys. I'm probably gonna pick like this one. He's closest to me.
Yeah, 20 certainly hits. Roll damage.
For 11 points of damage.
Has to roll
And
a
a damn
4.
one.
Goldbrand, you think that you can end this here and now. They are barely holding on to maintaining this. They have stalled out. There's still the opportunity for them to continue, but not if you can fuck them up. What do you do?
See, my only real option to drop a big. Y'all are just making fun of Davos for the Wall of Thorns. That's all I've got for big bunch of damage. So that's what Goldbrand's gonna do. So I have to make either like the circle or a wall, right? And to make the 20-foot circle, I have to hit. Can you see my thing?
43?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt Ark, and I don't want to. I hate that I'm sort of. Can I get all of them? Does
Yeah,
that
I'll
count
allow
as
it.
getting
Ark
them?
said he was. Ark was saying he was flying. I'll totally allow that. 43 points of damage, buddy. Even if these 3 pass their save, they're gone. You watch as this. Actually, how do you want to do this, Devin?
I like to think instead of walls, like it's almost like Goldbaron's. Yeah, he looks around, all mostly dead, and is just so thoroughly sick of this shit that it's like they come from all corners and aspects of the room and branch through the room, instead of so much being like the palisade walls.
I like to think Goldbrand channels into the wooden boards that make up this floor, the walls, the staircase, and they begin to surge with life, and new growth arises from them. These brambles twist around these cultists, choking them, pulling them down, pinning them to the ground, and piercing them, blinding them, and their screams are soon hushed as the room goes silent. Lords of Nightstone, you have successfully stopped the ritual.
Yes!
Tiamat has no chance at returning. You have all been victorious.
We wiped the Tiamat with these guys.
How
feel
long
like
have you
Pandora
been
gonna
waiting?
Just
to
kidding,
say
she's
that?
coming
down
back
those
now.
stairs.
Honestly, it just came into my head. I would tell you if I'd been waiting.
I think Davos and Yuan being upstairs, you all
Now?
look out. There's this large window where the dragons have been flying through. And you see through it, there is this thin veil, this rift in the sky where this red head was writhing against, clawing, trying to force her way out, nearly breaking the veil. And yet, as this happens, you watch as the rift sparks and begins to condense, and you hear a roar of fury as it seals, and she is thrust back into Avernus. Fan-fucking-tastic. I'm just gonna take a second to breathe. Cause goddamn.
Where's that horde? All that gold from the
Staircase.
entire world.
There's another staircase.
Uh,
on that.
Pandora's looking for it. I feel like I got.
Clout's
the note.
getting up. There are a few things we have to deal with in the immediate aftermath of this. If you want to, Pandora, I tell you what, you're definitely the one who's most money-minded. Why don't you roll a perception check for me? I need to pull up the stat block.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I can't believe we pulled this off.
that's a 21.
I knew y'all were going to.
You did.
I was never worried about it. I knew it would be close, but you want it to be close, you know?
You wanted it to be close?
Hey, you two
Sure.
survived. He took massive
He
damage
did
at the very start of this.
survive.
Had 4 hit points left the whole time and just evaded. He was like,
I'm very
cast a spell,
impressed.
disappear.
I'm so proud. Oh god, the psychic glancing each one of because I expected the casters to pop back in and be able to just resume right away, but the psychic glance on each one of them, stalling them an extra time, was nice. Barbara, I'm not gonna ask what you rolled. I'm gonna roll mine first.
Oh boo!
Oh,
I have one lucky point left.
what? He's got a 37.
Jeez.
He's got a plus 18, and he rolled a 19. What's
I don't
your?
think
What did you
she
get?
got 14.
I got a 21, but I can roll it again.
Do you want to? I'm gonna ask you now before you know the result.
I don't think she can
Yes,
beat a
I do.
37.
It's a plus 12.
Yeah.
So
You'd need to crit.
32 is the highest I can roll on a nat 20.
I mean,
If you hit a 20, I'll allow it, but
do it.
that's up to you.
I mean, I don't have anything else to use the lucky point on. I mean, you know, we
That you know of.
quit the baddies. Killed the
Tiamat.
baddies. Oh, damn, that was another 21.
Womp.
Well,
Barbara,
does it-
you
hold on, my perception. I have proficiency expertise.
That's-
Does it-
that should
No,
automatically be
it's not
accounted
rolling
for in your.
my, what is that rolls the where I can't roll lower than a 10? Well, I guess that doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, that would just still be a 22. Barbara, you do search your way through this temple, and you find several chambers where there were prisoners. All have been vacated. You do find many corpses where cultists in the temple had begun to eliminate these people, but a large number of the sacrifices had been moved out to be fodder for the oncoming armies. You do make your way through, and eventually come to a very broad chamber, and you are disappointed to see only a few scatterings of coins. This is a massive chamber, and at one time held hundreds of thousands of gold pieces, and has been thoroughly cleaned by the
Pandora's
man who was
screaming.
promised it.
Y'all can hear her.
Guys, we found tens of thousands of gold.
You would like to, but Cloth has already been here and cleaned it out. He has received his payment, as it were, much to the chagrin of governments around the globe. However, the people who matter know that it's a small price to pay for freedom. If y'all ever want it, you got a pretty good idea of where it's hidden.
Yeah, that's Pandora's epilogue. She's gonna go take what's hers.
There are a few downsides to this battle. This fight was not without loss. Several of the NPCs that y'all have befriended along the way, Marengo of the Sky Pony tribe, who you saved from the Yak Folk and Iron Slag, Edmund of Gauntlgrim, the dwarf who you freed from the Iron Ring when you freed Helena, Rond of the Ardeep Rangers, one of the first allies to ride out and help you at Nightstone when the orcs were attacking. Imperator Uthor, Hecaton's brother and general of his armies. He fought alongside you against Imarith. And I am deeply saddened to say that Harshnag the Grim also fell in the battle, slain by a dragon in combat, which only seems fitting as he saved you from Imarith all those years ago in the Eye of the Allfather. Very much a death you know he would be proud of. As we finish this battle, your troops celebrate with heavy hearts. Many of the Lord's Alliance were utterly decimated. About 3/4 of their armies have just been eviscerated. And despite Bergen's best efforts, no attempts at reviving them are functioning, even after the ritual is stopped. It seems as their souls were channeled as a part of this. They cannot cross back over. However, in the midst of this, over a dozen ancient and adult chromatic dragons have been killed, along with countless young ones. Previously, they had outnumbered the metallics by several fold, and this brings, ironically enough, a slight bit of balance back to the world. This also means that the gemstone dragons are no longer hunted by groups of chromatic, and they formally get to come out of hiding. As you all return to the exterior of the temple, is there anything or anyone that you immediately wish to do before we begin our epilogue?
So I just now suddenly feel like we're forgetting something.
So we exit the temple. I don't know who would be here.
Same.
Anybody who was here that I did not describe as dead just now? Yeah. So, Tabitha is here, the crew of the Red Wing. You know that Gideon, Revna, Avalon, the Crimson Inferno crew, at Night Erenbor, several people are here.
Is Romulus here? Is that his name?
Yes, yeah, he was part of the werewolf cavalry. They were brutalized, but he is among the survivors.
To everybody's surprise, I'm going to go talk to him first.
Hail, brother. I'm
give him a little
glad to see you are triumphant.
Like, yeah, can you believe 2 forms later, the man who killed your chief? You're not sour about that. The man
Oh
who
no,
killed
he
your
was
chief
fucking assholes.
would grow up to be this. I was so timid back then, and I feel like you were the spark that helped me grow up a little bit. So, thank you for being by our side.
Well, I appreciate your courtesies, but that spark has long lived within you, and I imagine will live long after I am gone. Be proud, Yuan. You have accomplished many great things today.
I appreciate it. I'll come visit you for a tattoo sometime. Anyway, I have to go
Fuck.
find my girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, you find Tabitha, and she is overjoyed that you survived and was successful. She did her job to the best of her fucking ability and kept everyone on the Red Wing alive, which she is very proud of. As you approach, she's with the crew. Tajin does approach you and say, "Thank you again for your hard work this day. If I might have a word, please." And sort of walks away from the ship a bit. Tell me, Yuan, does a 32 hit?
Yes.
I need
What?
you to take 18 points of bludgeoning damage and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Is it
No, I'm not concentrating on nothing.
No, Constitution saving throw.
26.
26. You are not stunned, but as he gut punches you, much to your surprise, as you meet his gaze, he stares at you with a vitriol that makes you come to realize that he knows who killed his crewmen. He knows who is responsible for the death of Akira on his ship. He didn't know precisely at the time, but seeing the behavior of others around you, how Goldbrand wanted to leave with you, it did not take him long to put together. And as he leans over, he goes, "You have saved the world, and for that I will spare your life. But do not ever, ever harm my crew again."
I'll squint at him a little bit, and I'll say, I am a different man now than I was even in that moment, but something was maybe left. I'm slightly changed, and before, you might have viewed me as a bit of a golden retriever, but now I would be wary to threaten someone of my abilities and stature. Anyway, I think I deserve that. So we'll call it even for now.
He will nod his head and make his way out. He just wanted a slight bit of vindication. Let out his frustration on that.
Oh, and if it's worth anything to you, I did try everything I could to rectify that. It seems that whatever I did was insane. I don't even know what happened, honestly. I blacked out. Anyway, carry on. It's fine.
He and you do sense that he does not hold a personal resentment. He sees that you have overcome this, but he is much like knowing that somebody was drunk and killed somebody in a DUI accident, for example. That doesn't take the sting away of losing that person. But still, fantastic. Who else is seeking out individuals?
I mean, I could.
Wait, there's one thing I'd like to do.
Yeah, go ahead, Ark.
I would like to go back to where we were fighting and retrieve the head of Cerberus to deliver it to Captain Dynamite.
Fuck yeah, dude. You it's funny, you bisected him and his upper half fell through the fiery portal, or the wall of flame, so it's crispied, and then his body tumbled down every step on the way down. So it is satisfaction is. I think Captain Dynamite will look at it and go, "Well, he had it coming for a long time. I'm glad you were able to take care of him. I knew if any of us could, it would be you."
Just hope he stays dead this time.
I think you've made a thorough job of ensuring that's not not a cause for concern. You do probably pick up, perhaps Tabitha would offer it, that as these people were killed during this ritual, that their souls are likewise lost. There is no chance at bringing them back. So this is permadeath, for better and for worse.
Hell yeah. Yeah, fix his skull to the bow of the ship.
The crew celebrates you, and upon seeing you with the obsidian dragon, who respectfully approaches the crew. I think as an act of an act of honoring you, they bathe you in their fire breath. You are very quickly brought up to full health as you absorb their fire and allow it to strengthen you. And as the obsidian dragon approaches, he will say, "I must apologize for my stubbornness. My mind was muddled with thoughts and memories that were not my own. I was unsure of what was true. In my time, I have learned much, and I have seen the brand you bear." And he gestures to the charred marks where you made your deal with Morningstar. He says, "As I understand it, when you pass, your soul will not be your own. Is this to be true?"
Unfortunately, it is true. See,
He nods his head.
honestly, I plan to die. I plan to die in the final battle, but you know how that goes.
He'll say, "Breaking pacts with devils is beyond even my power. And yet, as I have matured, I have gained control over the unusual shift of time around me." He takes his claw and presses it to your mask. And it's almost as if the world stops moving for a moment. And he says, "This is how I experienced time for many, what felt like many, many years. And I believe, with the connection that we now share, I can alter the flow of time around you. You will not age as your brethren do. And as long as you do not fall in battle, I believe you shall live as long as I. You have much work yet to be done. And I plan to keep you around as long as possible." Yes, effectively, unless you die in battle, you do not die. So your pact with Morningstar is on pause, for lack of a better word.
Hell yeah.
Does anyone else wish to
Just
seek
let
out
us
anyone in this moment? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Now I was just gonna make a comment about like how we're gonna use the demonic powers to restore draconic balance. Neutral's fucked up.
Understanding neutrality took me some good time, but I believe you have done well here today. The scales would have surely been tipped with her return. And even in this battle, you have managed to bring balance to Dragonkind. You are incredibly wise, and I am at your disposal, whatever you so wish. As Obsidian Worm Speaker, you are bound to the Obsidian Dragon. And Party wants to have you become evil so I can have you as a boss one day, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Maybe a party down the line will threaten the balance. Anyone else that you seek out in the aftermath of this battle?
Yeah. So when I killed
Go ahead.
Enmity, did anything happen? Like, didn't I have like a tattoo or a pact or anything?
If you remove your gauntlet, you do see that while there is a bit of scarring, it is not charred black the way it was before. You have a permanent reminder of your deal, and yet it has burned away. You have fulfilled your end of the bargain, and as such, your terms were agreed upon. I do not mind to tell you all, although I'm almost disappointed, I'll say, that we didn't get to do it. If Davos were to fall in that fight, he would have been brought before Enmity. And if the fight were continuing, Enmity would have offered to send you back if you renounce Lathander and become his champion. And you would have returned as a... I'm sorry?
You said Enmity or Bell? Bale? Bell?
Well, Bell is who you had your pact with. So
Okay.
if you died before Enmity, Bell would have offered to return you to the material plane, but at the cost of renouncing your god and becoming his champion. You would have returned as an Oathbreaker or an Oath of Vengeance paladin. We had some wiggle room in that, in which if you renounced him 3 times, he had this a soul coin with your face on it. And if you renounced him 3 times and stuck to your god and championed him, that in your greatest hour of need, the only good thing in hell, the sword of Zariel, which has been fleeing Zariel as she has fallen, is a angelic weapon, would have arrived and destroyed your soul coin, thus freeing you of your pact. It would not have saved your father, however. But this would have been what would have come to pass. Speaking of father, you see riding on Spot, the horse he stole. He flies down and leaps off, and is overjoyed to see you. It just immediately takes you into a hug, oh, Davos. Oh God, I'm so relieved. Your mother would have killed me if you died here. Like honestly.
Yeah, Helena would have killed you too.
They would have taken turns. One killed me, brought me back, then done it again, you know?
Exactly.
You've done good. I'm proud of you. I hope Integrity relayed my message that I didn't want you to remember me for being a deserter back in the battle of my past, and that I was going to make it right this go round.
I understand. You helped. It was worth it. I was scared.
Damn right I helped. Those spiders were gonna eat y'all up, and we came out of nowhere. You know how long it took me to get 60 old guys to get, like, they complained about saddle sores on the way over here. It was a lot.
We got Goldbrand, I can imagine. It was like trying to drag him through a wall of thorns. You know what I mean? Let's go home.
Hell yeah. Heaven, yeah.
Wait, what?
And nothing.
Is he dead?
No. Yes. Fantastic. Anyone else that you speak with here at the aftermath of the battle?
I would just say, as a passed up Saphine, that I would just say, with all the destruction and havoc that just happened, at least it didn't destroy all the beautiful things in the world. And like give her a little wink and walk off.
You always were a smooth one.
I would punch him in
roll
the
a
balls.
persuasion check.
Me? Okay. I get a plus 17 to this, by the way. Ah, dirty 20.
You know what? Y'all saved her life. She says, you and Helena ever want to spice things up? Give me a ring.
Ew. No,
Our bard has to sleep with a dragon at least once. Come on. For science.
that's succubus. scared that thought out of my mind. It's bad enough I got with a celestial. That's as far as I'm willing to go.
I don't think that's bad, you know. I don't know, ask you one. As you leave Safine, she will also take time to thank each of you and say, well, boys, I gotta say, y'all barely managed to pull it all together. Be honest, I wasn't certain if we were going to be able to make that happen. And I know sure as hell we weren't going to be able to do it without all of you. I appreciate that. Especially you, Arcanox. If it weren't for you, I don't think I would be here right now. As
Something
such,
you haven't done for me, Seth.
damn right, I was trying to stun the motherfucker. I didn't realize he was as sturdy as he was, apparently. Lord knows he wasn't smart as he looked. He didn't look very smart either. She'll say, I do have something I wish to share with y'all, but that'll be at another day. Enjoy your victory. We'll catch up later. Anyone else that you seek out in the battlefield?
Golran will go give the order to the youth guard to disperse. Except for maybe like Hydia and the leaders, because he assumes that all the small folk, all the childrens, will want to meet again about all this. But other than that, he also declares like festival time. He's gonna party hard for like 2 days, and then it's time to retire.
Party hard 2 days, then die. Yeah, you the Uthgard did sustain some casualties. The werewolf cavalry was pretty heavily injured. The aerial unit, so the Griffin and the Sky Pony tribe, also took some pretty heavy hits. But as far as named Uthgard, only Marengo was the one who fell. But no, they take your words and they go their separate ways and begin their migration home. Revna and the Blue Bears do stick around a little longer, partially to see if there's any business that they need to tie up, hunt down any cultists who manage to escape, which they're overjoyed about, you know. The hunt is half the fun. Revna will approach you and said, Starkeepers, Baba, I thank you for your guidance all these years. I know that you do not wish to continue your starkeepings, but you have not only trained up Gideon, but indeed an entire generation of starkeepers. You have lit the path of Uthgard for decades to come. I think that more than anything has truly changed our course. I will lead our people back in a day or two. We will take some of our dead up to Stonestead and honor them. If you would like to join us, we would love to have you.
I like to think so. The Golbrand says at first, very quietly and not bitterly, but he tells her, I have given a whole generation of Uthgard a curse to carry for their tribe. I would like you to think about that when you reflect on the price of influence. And this is, I will be there assuming I am not tied up doing things with the children's.
Starkeeping may be a curse in your eyes, and indeed you would know better than any of us. But Uthgar gave it to us for a reason. He wanted us to be able to interpret his will. And you have given us that ability. I understand your mixed emotions about it. But in my eyes, it is still a great good to our people. Even if it is a weight that Gideon and his kind must now bear. We all have our burdens, as it were. And I think for the first time, you really get a good look at her. And it's, you know, she's covered in blood and gore and has several wounds across her body. But for the first time, you see gray in her hair. The heavy is the crown. Leading her people has taken a toll on her, as you saw it take tolls on Hydia. She will say, chiefdoms is its own curse. But we do what we must for the tribes. The
So
blueberries will begin.
I don't know how
Sorry, go ahead.
Uthgard would do this, but Goldbrand does the equivalent of like he looks at her for a second, and then he goes to like shake her hand, whatever the equivalent for that in Uthgard would be, like. And then
I imagine
he'll
like
go,
a forearm clasp, but
Yeah.
you know, if you have something of a different flavor.
it just in a sort of like you get it. So he shakes her hand. She's.
I
she's
think
made it.
she shakes your hand as a chief and a starkeeper, and then pulls you in for a one-arm tug as a father. Very brief, and breaks off and nods her head. And Najal, a few feet away, is like, well, I'm not hugging you. But, good work. You didn't die. I'm impressed.
I
I honestly thought I was going to.
But,
Oh, yeah, when we came in, you were like laid out on the floor. I really thought you had done it.
Not the first time. No. Sorry, I forgot where I was going to go with that. They're going to stick around, they said, but the rest of them have gone. Okay.
Yes, it sounds like most of the tribes are going to take their dead immediately. The blue bears are going to linger for a day or two and then go.
No, it's good for me. He would. He could wait to do that.
Anyone else seek out anyone at the battlefield?
I assume the 9 Lives crew is around somewhere.
Yeah. You do see your ship still floating. Malaviandra has not yet broken her concentration on that, as it were. And you do see your crew absolutely fucking shit-faced. They wasted no time at all in breaking into the rum. They see you approach, they cheer, they holler. You see Avalon at the helm wearing your hat. And she takes it off and gives a lovely little bow. You do also see Harvey, Manbird, with black feathered wings. It would appear during the battle he took Morningstar up on his offer. If y'all rolled him, he was gonna burst in with Avalon and help y'all out a little bit. But he's like, an eternity doesn't seem so bad. And hey, you gotta fly free while you can. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a loophole yet.
Hey man, you're a pirate bastard. You were going to hell anyway.
Yeah, that's the attitude.
Did you say free Wi-Fi?
Gotta. What? I can't tell if this is a bad joke or if you genuinely misheard me.
Half of both.
Fly free while you can, I think is what I said. What I tried to say. I am also hoarse as fuck, so my apologies.
Feel like in our drunken glory, we'd be mass looting too, taking advantage
Oh,
of
yeah.
Each other, though.
battlefields
Looting
are full of all sorts
for
of goodies.
sure. It's not necessarily relevant at this point, but there is several loot from the worm speakers in particular that you all get.
Yeah, I was gonna
Arcan-
ask you if there was anything left in that ye old dungeon, and if we could pull those statues off the floor too, because they look like they're pretty fancy and they catch
You
a
could
pretty
de-
penny.
Y'all could certainly rip up the statues and take
I was
them
gonna
to
say,
sell.
canonically, the 9 Lives comes in here and tears up
And loots the shit. I love that. Oh my god.
All these statues are going back to Skullport. These cool dragon statues. They're gonna be in Skullport.
I think during this, Arcanox, you in particular, find that Erebus had a breastplate of the Dragon Queen that gave him resistance to all 5 chromatic types, and has a couple of other perks. But if you wanted that as a trophy or as armor, you would be welcome to it. These were originally planned for you. Yeah, originally I had planned Enmity's weapons for you, Scorn and Fury, because they because I knew making you wait till Erebus wouldn't help if it was the final battle, So I wanted you to have something before.
Yeah, I
But
figured that's what it was.
you have options, as it were. Goldbrand, I think while checking this out, you also find that Erebus was wearing a belt of storm giant strength. He was greatly amplifying his physical fortitude. Since yours was destroyed, I feel like it's only fair if you have first dibs on that.
I like to think when he takes it off of Cerberus, like is it
His
bottom
corpse
half and just
shrivels.
rips it off. He looks at Orc. Do you mind if I takes this?
Oh, by all means.
I like to think you're simultaneously looting him, Ark downstairs pulling off the breastplate, you upstairs pulling off the belt. That makes your strength 29, so you are stronger than you ever were before.
Terrifying.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
It's too bad I'm only a few druid levels short of immortality.
I mean,
They stop aging at like 19 or something.
oh yeah. I don't know. You could always. I would argue that if you earn enough experience to quote level up again, you are all level 20 at this point. Not that it mechanically matters. But all of you have attained that in that last fight with the Worm Speakers. I will say that I think we might have a non-canon return to this at some point, where we fight Tiamat just for shits and giggles, not for the fate of the world. I'd think
Apparently
that'd be
cloth.
pretty fucking cool. Yeah, maybe if you want that gold, you know. There's also Dimitri's axe, Moonbreaker, which allowed him to use several different abilities and open portals and doors and such. That if anybody were to want would be up for grabs. I feel like I'm missing something. Let me look back at that list. Scorn and Fury, the Moonbreaker Axe, the Vorpal Swords, Plate of the Dragon Queen, Belt of Stone, Giant Strength. Or Storm, Giant Strength. No, I guess that is all the, that's all the good booty.
You know more about that booty.
Fantastic. Is there anything else that you wish to do at the battlefield, my friends?
Sorry.
All right. As we look to the long term and the final years of your respective lives, let's start with Davos. Davos, what do you think is in store for Davos?
I think kind of more of the same. His
Mm.
watch his daughter grow up. His kids, maybe have another kid.
It's funny, you come home, not only, much more powerful than when you left, but with fucking topaz wings. And Helena, likes them very much. And I like to think, Alyssa is, of course, overjoyed to see you. And she's actually grown a little bit in the few weeks that you've been away. She's like a half-inch taller. And she's so excited to show you, too. She drags you to the doorway where she's marked it. I think Helena sort of runs her fingers over your wings and says, let's make another.
Fade to black.
Woo! Anything else in your epilogue?
I think, like I said, more of the same. I'd return to Nightstone, hopefully. Maybe an annual festival. Maybe we rename it after this latest escapade. Waiting to harass Goldbrand every chance.
Yeah.
If he shows up. Watching
Goldbrand
him,
Davos's last has added like 5 holidays at this point. And you're just like, we don't have to celebrate every fucking victories.
visit him in the strength booth that he runs or something.
He's arm wrestling with Hecaton, like.
He's in the dunk tank, man. Dunk the old
In
man.
fact, Devin, let's do something real quick. Roll a d20 for me. It's going to be a flat modifier. If you want, you can roll with the belt, but you're going to have the same straight score as him. Ooh. Y'all both rolled a 10. You know what? No rerolls. Y'all fucking you match the Storm King, and every giant hears about this and immediately respects you tremendously. Brah fucking foe. Anything else, Davos?
Nah, that'll be it.
I think that there's many of the Knights of the Aster, not many, but several did pass in the battle, and I like to think that there is a good couple of years where you spend training up the new recruits and really polishing them up, and you are this legendary figure, not only in the Order of the Aster but in entire Faerun. You have no trouble recruiting more knights as people flock to the literal angel that is heading up Lathander's armies. And you are championed. Occasionally Fogelus pops in. You always have the mental connection with him, with all of them, but especially with him. And I think that he would, you've done well, Dawnbringer. I still remember when you were in Zephyros's castle all those years ago. You were just a little twerp back then. And look at you. Look at both of us. I had to shift my worldview when I became a gemstone dragon. Focus less on the good and more on the neutral. And it took a long while. They say that bronze will green. But even topaz loses its luster in time. We do what we must, Dawnbringer. So that we'll be around to do what we have to. You've done well. Now, next time you throw a party at Nightstone, I expect a fucking invitation. I hear y'all got fucking Hecaton drunk, and that motherfucker drinks like hundreds of gallons.
It was quite a few barrels. It was a hecaton. It's a new term for how much.
Shut the fuck up and take it a point of inspiration. Oh, God.
And what do you say we go to Skullport and scam all the gambling tables with our lucky dice and mental connections?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, you think you can pull one over in Skullport? You'd be wrong.
Well, we found out you were going to Kloth's dungeon, so we figured what better way to play a prank on you but robbing your entire treasury.
My treasury's empty right now, thanks. We gotta refill it. That's why we're going to Kloth's dungeon. If you forgot there was a whole siege on my city, I have nothing.
Y'all have rebuilt at this point.
Yeah. Even by the time y'all get back, it's only been a couple of weeks, I guess, since it's been ransacked. But it was kind of a hodgepodge city to begin with, so it's very quickly recovered. Things are back on their feet. Unless Davos has anything else, we're going to go to Goldbrand. Gully Boy.
Okay, so Goldbrand has shit to do before he dies, right? So he's gonna. I think that Goldbrand would spend the first couple of years, so he would do whatever meetup happens, to get everything squared away, and then he would go back to Granny Chernobyl. Is that what the party nickname was for her?
Yeah.
Firstly,
Hazel, I think.
Yeah, as soon as he is free, quote unquote, he will get the tribe sorted out, make sure everything there is good, and then he's gonna go spend a year at Granny Chernobyl's casting Druid's Grove. Here, I'll put it in chat. That's the first thing.
Yeah, dude.
I'm amazed I didn't forget. Can we long rest so that I have this spell slot? Yeah.
Yeah, buddy, you have several long rests. You're good.
Perfect. Let me put that in chat for you. Long story short, it makes her grove a little more.
Oh God, that's a fucking hecaton.
Yeah. He has to do it every day for a year. But it gives her some abilities and stuff. It just makes that area more protected. This is also the forest he promised to fix, right?
It is in the Shriekwood, yeah.
Interesting. So I come to a dilemma where I do not have any spell that purifies exactly.
It's hang on 1 second, I'm just reading this because it's really cool. You animate trees in the area. She already had Cyperus, the 3 cypress trees that were bound together. That is so cool. I've never read that spell before.
but take
Yeah,
some time.
I like to think that this is part of you come to her and she welcomes you into her home and you cast this spell and each day you cast it and then you go out into the woods to work on purifying it a little bit. And over the course of a year you dismantle the Tower of Bone brick by brick by brick. You dry up the blood bog, remove the leeches and any lingering devils that were hanging about. You take care of some of the more monstrous entities, and the Shriekwood will always be a little spooky. There's always going to be there's always shit in the deep woods, but it is not the accursed place that it was. You do right by Turlang, and I think on the final day, as you're casting this, Turlang arrives, and he kneels down, acknowledges Cyperus, as well as the new trees that have been awakened as guardians of this grove. And he will say, Brother Bear, you have done well. Not many small folk keep their word. And for that, I thank you. You are always welcome at Shadowtop, should you wish to make the journey.
Is appreciated. I think I know where I'm going to retire.
Dara will also be with him. I think when she sees the grove, she gets a little teary, and she'll say, I had been here, in this part of the woods near the Star Mounts, when I was a child. My father brought me here. And when I saw what the Shriekwood had become, I mourned him in a way that I thought I had moved beyond. But you, working with his tools to bring this back to a place of righteousness, it is a thankfulness that I can never truly express.
If Goldbrand had any concept of wills and estates, he would make a mental note to have that passed down to her in his estate. The Hourglass sickle passed down to her in his estate, but
He's like, I might be almost dead, but I'm not giving it up yet.
He heard Pandora grumbling about the gold.
I think that Hazel will also thank you heartily. She feeds you very well while you were there. All sorts of squirrel gumbo and venison jerky and all sorts of good forest cookings. She did try to make a leech stew. I don't know if you're brave enough to try it, but she cooked it up.
How to eat fried leech. Okay.
Anything else that Goldbrand sees in his epilogue?
He does give the scythe back to Gideon just to verbalize that. I've unattuned to it, because that's like a, I don't know, something he can use. Very useful.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think so. That was his. Once he got the forest fixed, that was he would go back. So like when he finally was done with everything he was supposed to do, or everything, like all the festivals, all the cleaning up, the year later or whatever, he would go back to Stone Stand, and he would just more or less hang out there, probably making potions for Uthgarth that came by, and mostly conversing with the tree that he awakened there, and of course all the spirits. So like, I don't know. I don't know how long he would be around, but like he would. I like to think there would come a day where he finally ran out into the woods and found like a rock or something similar, because he knew like this was finally the fight he wouldn't be able to win, and he might go out that way in 3 years or 4 years or 7 years or however long he decided to stay there.
ROC rock.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought you meant a rock in the ground, and I was so confused.
Maybe
on the ground, hits
maybe
his head
he
on the rock.
lives. Maybe he lives so long he goes and finds a blue bear, and he's so weak he takes the belt off, and he's so weak at this point he can't fight off just a regular blue bear. Like maybe that's it. But Who knows how long it is for that? He has a belt that makes him fucking Hulk.
I think you do live out your days at your leisure, spending a lot of time, as you said, at Stone Stand. Gideon occasionally does come to seek counsel. Revna, whenever the tribe is in the area, of course, they come by, and you get to see your kids as frequently as you would probably want. And of course, Hideous Spirit is with you. And I like to think the tree, which Turlang affectionately referred to as Junior. I don't know if you have an actual name you want to give him, but when you come to rest, its vines and branches come down and just form a very comfortable hammock, where you are welcome to sway away and rest your days until at such a time as you too become part of the earth and your spirit joins Hidea's. We are going to shift to Arcanox. Arcanox, is there anything in your epilogue that you would like?
Not so much different from the first epilogue, honestly. I think Arcanox would continue what he was doing on the Wyvern, keep him balanced and so forth. He would approach Morningstar to more invite him onto the crew more officially, since they have similar situations.
Yeah, Morningstar's all about it. It's like, so wait, you're gonna fly from like city to city, and there's gonna be people that I can talk to, and I won't have to see again, and won't come looking for me because they won't be able to get to me. Yeah. That sounds great.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Just a band of immortal anti-heroes.
No, fuck yeah, dude. I like to think that you guys on the Red Wing still occasionally intersect courses with the Crimson Inferno. Crew members travel between the ships. Some set off on their own. Young Volcano, I think, at some point goes off, leaves the ships entirely to go do his own thing, and makes quite a name for himself. Eventually, Captain Dynamite does pass, and I believe it's Kyrex who takes his place, and maintains a very good rapport with you. I think that there is the Obsidian Dragon, of course, does a lot of work with you, and whenever y'all, decide y'all want to go stir up a bunch of trouble, he's happy to be involved. In fact, part of being neutral is being bad every now and then. It's fun to be bad.
Bad for the sake.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good for the sake of bad.
Fantastic. Anything else for Arcanox?
That's really all I had, man.
Right. Pandora, as you return to life as you desire to, what do you think happens in your epilogue?
So aside from us raiding Cloth's stash, it would be like a 3-man job. Like, we wouldn't go in full force. We'd be gradually taking shit. It'd be me and Avalon and Mr. Boots just gradually going and taking and rebuilding Skullport. But once that's
Boots.
done,
I think Mr. Boots hates this idea. He's like, we have an entire ship and a little army, and you come up here with just the fucking 3 of us. He's very anxious the entire time, but he
just taking what is ours, okay?
No, yeah.
She probably spent a good 10 minutes screaming in that vault when she found it mostly empty.
Yeah.
down yonder, and she just never let it go. And as such, holding a grudge forever, as pirates are wont to do. I feel like now, especially with where we discovered the Underdark's passages and stuff, Pandora would seek to conquer the Underdark and wage war on Lolth simply because she hates spiders so much now. I said it as a joke earlier, but no, she's so mad that the spiders left all the webs and they're having to clean all the webs and stuff for so long. She's like, you know what? I took that personally. and especially with the already having contacts in the Underdark now, technically, since
No,
we
yeah.
put the bounties, we've made allies. I would continue to like expand.
No, for sure.
That way.
You did make agreements with the Duragar when y'all came to the Underdark, and those agreements, you sort of there's not like a formal alliance, but you both decide like we won't fuck with each other until
It's
we fully
piracy
dealt with
rules,
the yeah, and yeah, you do harry the fucking spider, the city of spiders, Benzo Bernanzan, and their forces, and cause much havoc for fucking decades. As you go to Clot's lair, you do manage to get away with a bit. There are a couple things I didn't get to see about that. One, that the obvious cave, quote unquote, has a false horde in it. It's like a giant mimic. And whether or not y'all, yeah, we'll say that you guys ended up fighting it. And there's a few other things in there, like there was cursed swords and suits of armor that were animated, and just various things that it looked like a bunch of booty, but was actually a trap. And y'all make short work of it. You find that a lot of his horde is squirreled away in little caverns and stuff, and he seals them with these massive rocks that only something of his size could open. But I like to think y'all, being of the Underdark, managed to dig tunnels into the bottom of these places and clean them out without him ever knowing it's gone until he goes to like add something to it.
Also, I mean, I think about the tight squeezes cats can get through if they can fit their head through it. They can just fit right in. So same principle. It's like he's probably expecting to like fend against bigger looters, and we're just a bunch of fucking cats.
I love that. Yeah, Cloth, y'all are a thorn in Cloth's ass for like. In fact, it happens after like a couple of years of it just happening continuously. He eventually relocates to try to hide from y'all, so y'all don't find his shit.
And then that's just a new place to conquer.
Yeah, just got to go hunt him down again. No, I love it. Fantastic. Let me think. I think the Amethyst Dragon will continue keeping a very close relationship with y'all. She is naturally prone to dwell in these caves and stuff. She did reside in the Misty Forest, but I think knowing that you have the city of Skullport and the surrounding area fairly secure, that she is a well, not in her draconic form, a regular face in your company, and is happy to visit the casino and enjoy the luxury that it has to offer.
And of course, give her a share of booty, just because,
No, she's very
as an
happy
ally,
with that.
and a dragon. Here you go.
No,
Let's
yeah.
tell her where it came from, but she don't have to know. And we'd probably have a statue of her. I feel like at this point, like this long, she'd be kind of like the patron of Skullport.
Yeah, I like to think there is there were the 7 pillars of woe. 2 of them were collapsed, so there were 5. I like to think that one of them is carved into her image. And carved into her likeness. And when you show her this as like a gift, that she loves it so much, she actually shatters the other pillars, and then uses her creates sort of a permanent anti-gravity field where the 5 pillars are now, or the 7 pillars, because it rises up there, all those crushed pillars are now floating in these different chunks, to where it is not just 5 exact stalagmites, but these remnants that drift around this space and form its own little psionic playground, for lack of a better word.
Also, I feel like in a few years after Goldbrand passes, once word hits Skullport, he would get a statue at the bar, at the tavern, being her drinking
After
buddy.
they raid his grave.
Yes.
I need like a couple of his rings, as a sentimental thing.
Barbara's like, where the fuck is that belt? Ark's birthday's coming up, and I don't know what to get him.
No, absolutely, she would do some shit like that. He'd be like, wait, isn't this Goldbrand's?
I love it. Fantastic. Josh, as we turn to Yuan's epilogue, what do you think you do? Wait, first things first. What happens to you two?
You do, you too.
I think I asked him, even though he has no free will, if he would like to continue existing or not. And in the middle of him trying to explain it to me, I just dispel it.
Wow,
I think you ask him that, and he just has this like moment of reaction where it's very much like kind of like the millennial, like, man, I don't know, like, and you just dispel it, and he melts into snow.
I imagine with
kinda
4 hit points,
cold-blooded,
he wasn't doing very well anyway. Like part of me thought like he would have holes in him, like his arm was barely hanging on, but you couldn't tell because it was hidden by a cloak. Like he was falling apart.
No, yeah. He I will tell you, he did have sort of I told you he had spirits. It was never the spirits that you had. He was hearing faded memories from Vikora and from Zarok. The spirits that were speaking to him were your past lives. But yes, he is relieved to no longer have to continue existing.
Yeah. I think part of me would have previously felt bad for using him like a tool, but I don't know. Numi's just like, you know, you were very helpful and I liked you a lot, but realizing that you don't have a consciousness of any meaning, unfortunately, it's just like, sorry, buddy, I'm going to snap my fingers and you're going to go on.
No, that's a poetic way to go. No, I like it. I think at some point Safine will gather you all together. We're gonna come back to you, Josh. I'm not cutting that short, but as you are the Sapphire Worm Speaker, I think that Safine would gather you all together. I like to think that she has taken over the Temple of Tiamat, and when y'all come to visit it, see that it's changed dramatically. It is now encased in gemstones. And Safine is more than happy to welcome you to the Sapphire Citadel, where she and the other gemstone dragons and their respective worm speakers can keep an eye on things, have a base of operations. She gathers you around and says, well, boys, I've got a trade in secrets, but I've got one that I'm going to give to you for free. Something I've been sitting on quite some time. And she reveals to you a sapphire egg. She says, you bringing back the obsidian dragon and restoring all 5 of us has done a great deal to amend balance. I think that we're healing as a people. I think one day there might be dozens of us on this continent. Maybe beyond. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that egg, the obsidian egg hatched when that horn came through, and I'm hoping it doesn't take a cataclysmic event like that for this little thing to hatch, but I figured if anyone should have the privilege of knowing, it would be you.
I cut my eyes to Davos.
It wasn't me, bro.
Safine will say, to be honest, there's a lot of candidates. I'm not even sure who the father is. However, that's not important.
Or like a message, Felgo. It wasn't you, was it?
Fogelus does not reply. I think Tabitha finds the egg particularly fascinating. She's approaching it, looking at it, and just listening at it, seeing if you hear any movement or any shifts or anything. And I think that she goes, it's kind of funny. We deal so much with death that it's nice to see things, life when it starts. She gives you I think you see the thought pop into her mind, like, do I want kids? doesn't verbalize it, but there's just that like. Do you say anything when you see that glint?
I think I would like squint at her for a second and then raise my eyebrows really big. I don't think I would say anything out loud, but I think part of me would wonder, like, I do wonder what making children would be like when I'm not even certain what the state of my soul is. I'm curious what traits they would inherit, or it could be interesting.
I
I
think.
was playing like Barry White music in the background.
I think in a very as you're saying this to her, you sort of casually place your hand on the sapphire egg, and as you do, your mask glints a bit, and the egg rumbles and hatches, revealing the first sapphire wormling in millennia. And as it Safine gasps and is just overjoyed, not only just from being a mother, but just seeing her people continue on. She goes, well, how about that? I should invite y'all around more often. Lots of fun shit happens when y'all come to town.
Does that mean Yuan's going to take a different form now?
We'll see how
Nighttime
that
form. Nap form.
I think oh goddamn, I love that Aragon movie, even though I hate it. Anyway, I think that she will say, well, I think me and Shug are gonna be awfully happy here, and she'll nuzzle her little hatchling, and she is content with the world. Balance is returning in a true and full way for the Gemstone Dragons. It will no longer be the 5 of them against the world, the 6 of them against the world.
Hell yeah.
They are growing, and they will continue. Yuan, what else do you see within your epilogue?
I think that I would like ceremonially kind of retire. Like, I think at first I would kind of walk around on guard, making sure that Tabitha's always with me to keep me in check. But I think at some point I would finally feel like I was comfortable letting my guard down. I would probably stash most of my gear in a demi-plane of some sort. Like the mantle, probably even or like over time, I would sort of start to disarm myself. Hang things up, like create a room where all my armaments and my trophies and things could hang up.
Let your walls down. Oh yeah.
I think that I would also have a conversation with her about, I think I would say, like, I'm not certain if I want to. We've seen the path that exists if you allow something to continue to be reborn over and over again. Boredom takes over, poor choices are made. I'm happy with who I am, but I also wonder if maybe the next time or the time after that, I tell the spirits that if they're ready, they can pass on, and we'll see what happens to me from there. Maybe I don't come back, maybe I do. Maybe just one last time, I'm not sure, but I do see an end in my future. I think that a perpetual cycle of living forever with minimal consequences can lead to poor decisions if left unchecked.
She'll nod her head.
God, I
and
hope
so. Tabitha will nod her head and say, well, I think you're making the right call. But I would follow you through 1,000 lifetimes. I think at some point, Yuan does pass. And as the spirits are brought before the Raven Queen, they look to each other. Hawthorne leaves. Evangeline leaves. But the core 4 linger for a moment. They too grow weary. And yet, be a shame not to see the cycle through. So they create one final body, an Ergonasi, but they do not inhabit it, as they have Yuan and Bakura. They instead let him be. And as they exit, and UZV lives their final life, several years into his life, he feels a tug of familiarity. And he follows it. And he finds a book. And that is where we're going to call a close to tonight's session. Thank you very much for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure. I love each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see what happens next in our incredible multiverse of worlds. Keep rolling. We'll catch you later.